it's been a little more than 6 months since the Saginaw Spirit and the Erie Otters met in the postseason of 2025, gave a thrilling, high-scoring opening round series that would see the Erie Otters move on in 5 games where they faced the London Knights in round 2. A lot of time has passed since then. We're well into the 2025-26 season, so a rematch seems fitting between these two first-round opponents of last year. Hi, everybody. We welcome you inside the Dow Event Center, up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. My name is Dylan Clark. It's been a strange start to the year for both of these two teams. They both had high playoff aspirations last season. They didn't quite go that way. Erie would end their season in the second round again after ending Saginaw's in round number 1. This year, they find themselves as the number 9 and number 10 ranked teams in the OHL's Western Conference, looking up at everybody else above them. They've got some ground to cover if either one of these two teams wants to make it back into the playoff picture. This is their first meeting, though, since that historic and exciting playoff series. We take a look at the numbers, our matchup stats here between the Saginaw Spirit and the Erie Otters. The Otters just picked up their 4th win of the year on Wednesday up in Sault Ste. Marie. Saginaw, a gut-wrenching shootout loss to the Flint Firebirds on Sunday. That was their most recent matchup. They're going to rely heavily on their leading scorers. Gabriel Frasca, 12 points to start the year. Nikita Klepov for the Saginaw Spirit, 18 points. But a couple of other players to highlight going into this matchup for the Erie Otters. NHL Central Scouting put out its players to watch list. Tyler Challenger looking to live up to the expectations placed upon him. Second-year forward here for Erie, was given a W ranking by NHL Central Scouting as a potential 6th or 7th rounder. 10 points in 63 games last year for the Otters. U17 World Challenge Gold with Team Canada White. He's got a goal and an assist this year in his sophomore OHL campaign, looking to add to that. And across the way, another player who received a W rank from NHL Central Scouting. That's Brody Popoy. He gets back into the lineup after being a healthy scratch for the first time in his OHL career on Sunday against the Flint Firebirds. Scored his first OHL goal in just his second OHL game. He, like Tyler Challenger, a goal and an assist through 10 games played. He's back in the lineup here tonight for Chris Lazary and the Saginaw Spirit. And after our players to watch, just a quick note here. It was announced by the Ontario Hockey League just at about 4 o'clock today. They released their summarization of what happened in Saginaw's most recent game against the Flint Firebirds. The disallowed goal that Nick Sema seemed to have scored. In the official review, it was announced by the Ontario Hockey League's Hockey Operations Department. The puck did cross the line on the goal by Nick Sema with 0.3 of a second left on Sunday afternoon. There was a clock synchronization issue that has since been fixed in the league's new video replay system. There's no provision in the OHL rulebook that would permit the overturning of a result under these circumstances. So the goal should have counted. It was announced by the Ontario Hockey League this afternoon, but there's nothing they can do. That's the result, and that's what the Spirit are going to have to roll forward with. And so maybe that fuels the fire a little bit here on this Friday evening against the Erie Otters. We're going to take a break here. Just wanted to put that little bit of information out there, make sure that's understood for context, because we're going to talk with Spirit General Manager Dave Drinkle on the other side of this break. It is Coach's Corner, well, maybe GM's Corner here today. Dave Drinkle coming up after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
If you're a homeowner, you have plenty to think about, like cleaning the gutters, investigating that banging noise, deciding which flowers to plant this year. One thing about being a homeowner you can think less about: questions about home insurance when you have State Farm. Your local State Farm agent is there to help you understand your coverage options and choose the protection that meets your needs, so you can focus on your home, and we'll focus on helping protect it.
Contact State Farm agent Scott Seaman to create your personal price plan today. You really do get it all at Garber Chevrolet in Linwood. It's more than just better prices. It's better financing, better selection, and a better overall customer experience that will keep you coming back. We're also where your vehicle is serviced by factory-trained technicians with the highest standards of service. Come see us. Get a better overall experience and lease for less in Linwood. Garber Chevrolet Linwood, M13, north of Bay City. Online, garberlinwood.com. Chevrolet, together. Let's drive.
Yeah, I know. It's officially still winter out there, but that doesn't mean you can't have fun in the sun. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea knows how to turn up your day drinking fun all year long. I mean, there's even a sun on those bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea is made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol, which goes down smooth. So whether you're knee-deep in snow or making footprints in the sand, be sure to look for Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea in the bright yellow cans. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly. So we're finally ready to plan for retirement, but who do we trust?
Our friends at TriStar Trust. They've been here for 25 years right here in our community, and they'll be here for the next 25.
That's the kind of team I want in my corner.
TriStar Trust helps you plan your retirement, manage your investments, and build the future you've been dreaming of. Because when it comes to your goals, it's your time to shine. Visit TriStarTrust.com.
Now, get inside analysis directly from the Spirit coaching staff. This is Coach's Corner.
Coach's Corner on this Friday night as the Spirit take on the Erie Otters, joined by Spirit General Manager Dave Drinkle. And Dave, before we get into this weekend of the matchup here tonight, the league released its verdict on the disallowed overtime goal from last weekend. Just from a general manager's standpoint, how do you help a group of 17, 18, 19-year-olds navigate a tough emotional situation, having a goal waved off like that?
Yeah, obviously it's something that's been talked about in the room all week long. I kind of knew the outcome a couple days ago, so I was able to let the guys know that the game wasn't going to be overturned. Obviously frustrating for us as a franchise. Got robbed of a point, but at the end of the day, we understand the process. We got to support the league, and the league decided what that is, and we move on from it. But it's something that happened in the past. It is hard for guys to wrap their heads around the fact that there was an admittance of mistake, and that it should have been a goal, but regroup, move on. We got 3 games this weekend. It's in the past, and control we can control, and that's Erie tonight.
Well, and the more positive news to start out this week, you got 3 players on NHL Central Scouting's watch list: Nikita Klepov, Igor Barabanov, and Brody Popoy, who was a free agent signing earlier this year. What have you seen out of those 3 guys, and just how big of a boost is it for them to see their names on that list?
Yeah, it's huge. I think it adds a little jump in their step. It's something they've wanted to happen all year long. A guy like Klepov, exactly as advertised. We saw him play a lot in minor hockey a few years ago. We knew what type of player he was: skilled, electric, able to generate for himself and teammates, and he's at 1 point out of the league lead in scoring. So he's done his thing that we expected him to do, but it's never easy adjusting the league, but he's done it. Barabanov, adopted very well to our league. As a 19-year-old, to get himself on the NHL list as a B-rated guy is really hard to do after being passed over before, but dynamic with the puck, hockey IQ. He's anchoring our top line, and quite frankly, that top line's carried us for a lot of the year. We need to get some more secondary guys going, but great for those 3. And then Brody Popoy coming in as a free agent, invite to development camp, earned an invite to main camp, and then made the team. And for him to be on the watch list, he brings an element of size, competitiveness, and he's still getting his feet wet in our league. And for them to recognize that is a great moment for him. It's up to him to build off. And so all in all, a good week for those 3 guys that way.
When you get to add another name to your roster out of that import draft over the summer, you signed Uri Rauja. He's on his way. Just how big of a boost is it to get a player that maybe you didn't anticipate seeing for another year?
Yeah, and we drafted Rauja. We didn't think we'd get him till next year. So I got a call from the agent. He's playing pro and juniors over there, and wasn't getting the ice time in pro that maybe he thought he'd get off the top. So wanted to make the switch over to us. Obviously, we're working through immigration right now. So he's been approved to come over here, but he needs to get his appointment at the embassy in Bratislava, and we're just waiting for that to happen. So it still might be a week or 2, but we're excited to get him here. He's a big kid, 6'2", 195, a lot of talent, a lot of skill. He can move, and I really think he'll fit in our system well. And being a late 08 born player, the same as Jokin and Harper, really adds to that group for next year's draft, the NHL draft as well. So really excited to get him part of the group.
And lastly, you get the Erie Otters here to start out a busy 3-3 team that knocked you out of the playoffs last year. And it was a couple of years ago that the team was in a similar spot, 4-7-1 back in 2023, and you guys turned that into a historic run of 10 wins in a row. How did that feel at that point, and what did they do to kind of turn the corner? How can you do the same thing this year?
Yeah, that point that year was tough. We were hosting the Memorial Cup, and we didn't get off to the start we wanted to get off on. But very similar this year. I feel like maybe our record's not indicative of how good our team is and how we played. I feel like we've left a lot of points on the table, or maybe had some bad puck luck at different times, or our offense is clicking when our goaltending isn't, or our defense isn't, and vice versa. So it's about getting on the same page here, and you reverse a couple of those overtime wins. We're right there in the 6-7 mark, and we're closer to where we want to be. But again, game by game, we're 11 games into a 68-game schedule, 57 left. We got a lot of time here to turn it around.
Dave, appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Spirit General Manager Dave Drinkle, Saginaw taking on the Erie Otters. We take a break. We're back after this here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Did you know the University of Michigan Flint is the fastest growing public university in the state? How did we do it? Access to top-ranked degree programs and one of the largest alumni networks. Access to small class sizes with renowned U of M professors. And access to the Go Blue free tuition guarantee. Because sometimes in life where you're going depends on where you go. Learn more about our growth at uofmflint.edu.
We're Durolast. We make the world's best roof. As one of the country's largest roofing manufacturers, we have locations across North America. But for more than 40 years, Saginaw has been our home. Like Saginaw, Durolast has a can-do, never-quit attitude. And just like Saginaw, our people make us strong. Innovative, resilient. That's the spirit of Saginaw. That's Durolast, the world's best roof.
Find space at Frankenmuth Spring Hill Suites, where you can savor your time away with the little extras that are included. Each studio suite features extra room to spread out when on the road with your family or your team. Airy beds are piled high with pillows for that little bit of extra comfort. And an innovative 3-in-1 trundle sofa provides even more sleeping options. Book your next stay at Spring Hill Suites by Marriott, where every room is more than a room. Looking for an easier way to travel? Fly from MBS International Airport, conveniently located in the heart of the Great Lakes Bay region. No long lines, simple to get around, and for the best deals, always book directly at mbsairport.org. With Delta and United providing access to wherever you want to fly. MBS is putting the world right outside your door. MBS International Airport. Save time and money and fly from nearby. Visit mbsairport.org.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW, Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland. Spirit Hockey
Harmer holds it out wide. Centers. Blue Jays scores!
lives
Looking for the stretch pass to Jilkin. He'll pop off the wall and lay down for him. Jilkin scores!
here.
Picked up by Harmer. In with speed. Carson Harmer shoots. He scores! Carson Harmer!
The radio home of your Saginaw Spirit is WSGW 100.5 FM. Spirit Hockey is brought to you in part by Garber Automotive Group, Saginaw Valley State University, Dow, Frankenmuth Insurance, Saginaw Bay Underwriters, NetSource One, Delta College, Corning, Go Great Lakes Bay, Herman Hisson Company, Frankenmuth Convention and Visitors Bureau, DML Property Management, My Michigan Health, Independent Bank, Buffalo Wild Wings, Stormmaster Exteriors, IBEW Local 557, Michigan Sugar Company, Jets Pizza, Raymond, the Great Lakes Loons, Applebee's, Stanley Steamer, your local State Farm agents, and Meyer. Now it's game time. Live from the rink to your radio. Here is the first period play-by-play with the voice of Saginaw Spirit Hockey, Dylan Clark.
Valley State University, the Otters go with Dylan Edwards, Gabriel Frasca, and Wesley Royston up front. Lucas Ambrosio and Garrett Fraser on the blue line. Saginaw goes the Zhilkin, Barabanov, Klepov line with Jones and Harper. Our starting goaltenders for tonight's game brought to you by NetSource One. Noah Erlin, no stranger to this building. Last time he was here, stopped 33 out of 36 in a Game 5 victory that would send Erie to the second round. This year, 2 wins on the season, looking for a third. His last bit of action, 32 saves and a loss to the Brampton Steelheads back on October the 19th. He won 28 hockey games last year for the Erie Otters. He's going to look to win one here tonight in Saginaw. And across the way, making his 8th consecutive start, Stepan Shurigan, 563 minutes as of right now. That leads the Ontario Hockey League. 10 games on the year, 2 wins, looking for a third. Frasca against Barabanov, our Delta College opening faceoff. Puck is down, and the rematch between Saginaw and Erie is underway. The Otters throw it back in behind Stepan Shurigan's net. Big-time collision, trying to set the tempo. Wesley Royston got into Graydon Jones, and the Spirit floats this puck back out to center. Klepov trying to pick it up off the wall. Saginaw's leading scorer, third in the Ontario Hockey League with 18 points as of this morning. Another collision between Royston and Jones. Frasca, former first-round pick of the Kingston Frontenacs, back into the offensive end for Erie. Their leading scorer here to start this season with 12 points. Saginaw's Jilkin takes over. Maybe an odd man break back in with Barabanov. Hits the trailer. Harper, fan on a chance. Dylan Edwards takes it away. Royston back up ice here for the Otters. Down the left side, a shot that ramps off the stick of the overage defenseman. Go up into the glass. Barabanov's taking a stick up high from Frasca. He gets back on this puck after Sebastian Gervais got tangled up. This is Jacob Kluche back into the lineup and into the offensive zone. A pass in front. Carson Harmer, a backhand shot. He scores! Carson Harmer on Saginaw's first shot of the game. Snaps a personal goal drought and gets the Spirit on the board.
Only a matter of time before Carson Harmer got back in the score column. And what a backhand. I mean, right up under the bar. He jumped up into the play. I mean, Saginaw made that a 4-on-2, and Johnny on the spot, backhand bar down.
Carson Harmer, 50 points in his rookie season last year with Saginaw. Off to a bit of a sluggish start. He scored in his first goal in his first game after returning from Utah Mammoth camp as a free agent invite. That was back on September the 26th. He hadn't scored then. Harmer, very good to see him get that and get the Spirit back up and to a 1-0 lead here. Beerline, Trolley Electric, light the lamp goal. Harmer's got it again. Now finding Gervais, a shot right into the catching glove of Noah Erlinen. He hangs on for a face-off in the defensive zone, and a little bit more of a conversation between Hughes and Kluche. Face-off will come to the glove-hand side of Erlinen. Our officials tonight, brought to you by WNEM TV5. Jack Hannigan and Curtis Pear are the referees. Brandon Shaw and Eric Taylor will work the lines today. Dylan Clark alongside Brad Walsh. It's Friday night. It starts off at 3-3 for the Saginaw Spirit tonight against Erie. Tomorrow at home as well against the first one hit the back of the net here in Saginaw to get a busy weekend started off. As this is Kluche back and behind the net. Sebastian Gervais up to the right point. Give and go with Blake Barnes. Back into the lineup. Blake Barnes. As this is off the far side boards, the Otters try to get it back out at center. It's lost in the skates of Go. This is McLean Agret into the offensive end, dropping it back. Ambrosio the shot, fought off by Stepan Shurigan. And Jacob Kluche is going to make sure Cal Hughes doesn't stay too long in the blue paint. Just about 2 minutes gone in this first period, and a quality scoring chance for the Erie Otters. They hit the late man. Shot on goal that Saginaw's netminder is able to see the whole way through.
Yeah, I think the key for Saginaw, obviously, I mean, offense has come pretty easy for them the last several years. It's just bearing down defensively and in closing out games. I mean, it's been very close, and we need to find a win here at home.
Spirit, a plus 50 goal differential last year. 324. Got the numbers reversed there. The most goals scored in a single year in franchise history. Things like you said, well, a little bit different here to start 25-26. Saginaw a minus 11 on the year. As Trevino's going to fire that one in off Nick Sema. Kept in by Plant. Thrown back in behind the Saginaw goaltender where it's Hayden Bartz trying to hit Nick Sema, who feels as though he's owed one right now after last weekend. Sema, 10 shots on goal in that game against the Flint Firebirds on Sunday. Hanrahan finds him right now. The overage Sema chips it back in behind Noah Erliden. Waves it around. Tyler Challenger on the far. Put it back into the skate of the Plant. This is picked up by Saginaw's Hanrahan. Has some room into the zone. The shot fought off by Erliden. Little trouble with the rebound. He's going to smack it to the boards. Levi Harper pinching in. The wall couldn't be sealed off by Nick Sema. Hammond is tangled up with Jones. Here comes Hammond to the net. Poked there and a kick save by Stepan Shurigan after a dangerous opportunity from Brett Hammond. Back in the neutral zone. Brody Popoy locking up with Julius Sari. Hammond goals in 4 straight games for the Otters. Career high was 5 goals last year. He's got 7 to start the year. Liam Storch is back in behind the Erie net. Sebastian Gervais walks up and drops the puck off on the far side for Graydon Jones. Back below the goal line, gets drilled there and tangled up with Ritter Coombs. Back up on his skates now, and the bodies continue to fall back in behind the Erie goal. This is lofted back out at center and past Gervais. Erie's first-round pick this year, Jake Murray's on him. 12th overall, Murray back in behind the Spirit net. 1-0 Saginaw right now on the goal from Harmer. First since the 26th of September, and Had a scoring opportunity immediately after the goal as well. Garrett Fraser back in the Erie end as Gervais crashes into Lucas Ambrosio in front of the Otter goal. Fraser fires it back in. James Go up the wall, off Nikita Klepov, and to Fraser at center. Ambrosio, B-ranked NHL prospect on the preliminary rankings, top on the Erie roster as Alex Misiak throws that back in behind the Spirit net. Younger brother of Martin, who tortured the Spirit last spring as well. Here comes Klepov down the right side. Tries to get past Agret, ducks down the boards, finds Barabanov, spinning back up in the circle. Cross-ice pass is deflected and picked off by Agret. Trying to get through James Go. He'll get some help from Blake Barnes. Line change for the Otters. James Go and Cal Hughes tangle up. Barnes going to hold on to this puck at center. He can't get past it very far with possession, though. Barabanov's going to find Klepov here. Stops up in front of Oliver Turner. The drop pass. Jilkin. Glancing blow off of Dylan Edwards. And they'll say that puck hit an Otter on the bench. 15-19 to go here in this first period. It stays 1-0. We have a neutral zone face-off. Waltsy, 6 months is a long time. Is it too long to hold a grudge between these two clubs from a player perspective?
No, never too long. You always remember. I mean, obviously, long history going back years and years and years. I mean, it's a game you get up for as a player. You know, one of those teams you see quite a bit.
92nd all-time matchup between Saginaw and Erie in the regular season. And again, the Otters had their way here in this building, outscoring Saginaw 23-13 in the 3 games they played here last spring. Xander Valeris bumped it down. Carson Harmer rolling inside the blue line. Wanted the pass over for Valeris. 7th defenseman dressed for Saginaw tonight. Valeris' point shot goes off an Otter skate. It's picked up on the boards by Julius Sari. Harmer can't keep it in. This is Frasca. Blind backhand pass that's handled by Royston. Coming over to make the defensive play was Valeris. From center, flips it in and goes for a change. Julius Sari back for it here in the Otters' end. Short pass for Wesley Royston. Cross ice picked up with Dylan Edwards. Into the offensive end, twisting that one through the triangle on Levi Harper. Locked up by Frasca in the corner. Close support from Carson Harmer. Harper and Harmer going to work against Edwards and Frasca. Loose puck picked up by Oliver Turner in the corner and bumped back down underneath the skates. And then out on the other side, this is Harper for Kluche. Just barely getting out of the way of the intended hit from Dylan Edwards. Now Graydon Jones down the wing. Back in front for Kluche. Tied up Harmer, fan on the release. Kluche up top. Levi Harper just inside the line. Skating back and a shot through traffic glances off Carson Harmer. Harper is on this and takes the check from Oliver Turner before being stolen by Wesley Royston. Turn back in. Inside 14 minutes left in the first period. Garrett Fraser locks up in the Spirit end with Graydon Jones. Ryan Hanrahan knocked off the puck, and this is Challenger, a rising shot that's handled, although maybe not easily, by Stepan Shurigan. He hangs on for the D-zone faceoff. 13:42 to go, first period. Carson Harmer has the only goal in this one. It's 1-0 Spirit. We're back to Saginaw after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Mid-Michigan Canine Academy's Redemption Crew loves Saginaw and the surrounding communities who have blessed us so much, and we are concerned about the epidemic of rehome dogs and dogs left at shelters. If your dog is a handful, or if you're thinking about rehoming your dog, let us help you with its behavioral challenges. Our 7-day doggy boot camp can help. Not all dogs are as fortunate as Henry the Hockey Dog, but they all deserve a second chance. Give us a call at Mid-Michigan Canine Academy and let us help you transform your dog's behavior and your life.
This is Josh Glavin, and you're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW.
Back inside the Dow Event Center, 1-0 Saginaw, and it was not very long ago we talked about Sebastian Gervais passing Brad Walsh for 3rd all-time on the Spirit Games played list. Well, he passes somebody else tonight, Patrick Asselin, for 2nd all-time, 271st career game for Sebastian Gervais. Only Cole Koski, who played in 302, has played in more, and Gervais got the assist on the Carson Harmer goal that's made it 1-0 Saginaw. Fellow overager James Go had the secondary. Tyler Challenger into the offensive zone for Erie. The Otters look to get it back. That pass fumbled back out at center. Lucas Ambrosio. Left shot defenseman back in his own end. Brett Hammond. Away from the pressure of Nick Sema. Tosses this one into the near side corner. Blake Barnes got it around while in the midst of being checked. Lucas Ambrosio's got Nick Sema in hot pursuit. Miroslav Satan tries to seal off the red line. He'll give Challenger a couple of whacks back in the Otters end. Pass too far ahead of Challenger, and the bounce too far ahead of Blake Barnes. And a gift there for Challenger from Shurigan. And an easy stick save after a tense moment. Satan, cross-ice pass off the skate of Coombs. Settled down by the rookie Jake Murray. Move to Trevino. Back into the offensive zone. Coombs at his pocket pick by Miroslav Satan. And this is Nikita Klepov in front of the Spirit bench. Pocket pick there by Tyler Cooper. Hayden Bartz gives chase back in his own end. Curls away from Coombs. Valeris trying to direct traffic here. This is Barabanov. Pass down the right side. Klepov into the wing. Now for Barabanov. Jammed up. He got the puck in front. Couldn't find Hayden Bartz. Sandra Valeris pokes it back down below the goal line. Just shy of 8 minutes gone here in the first. The centering feed for Klepov. Does not lay down. So it's Valeris back at center. Leaves it there for Graydon Jones. Dima Zhilkin spiked that one off the glass and out of play. 11:59 to go in this first period. We've talked about the year of NHL draft prospects. Saginaw Zhilkin, it is not his draft year. A late 2008. He'll have to wait until next year. 6 points in his last 3 hockey games, though. The Spirit certainly missed him when he was out of the lineup, and he's been reunited with Barabanov and Klepov.
If it was his draft year, I think he'd be on the list.
It's hard to disagree with that, especially when you see what he's been able to do in such a small window of opportunity. And I know I've said this several times before, but after he was drafted in 2024, he joined the Spirit for a couple of skates during the postseason and the Memorial Cup. And the ringing endorsement from Saginaw's captain Hache was that he did not look out of place at all. Of course, ineligible to play at that point is Cal Hughes. Ineligible to bring that puck back in. He would have been offside. Oliver Turner back in the Otters zone. Angled back in by Alex Misiak. Older brother Martin with Rockford of the American League right now. We'll see if the younger Misiak has anything up his sleeve here for Saginaw. This is McLean Agret, one of 6 free agent signings on the roster for the Otters. And they're making a difference. 18 points between the 6 of them to start the year. As this is Alex Misiak down the left side. Back in behind Klepov. Harper braces for the contact back behind his goaltender. 9 minutes gone in the first period. Miscommunication on that pass at center. So it's Misiak off the boards. Wesley Royston. Shouldered by Graydon Jones. No more puck there. Klepov trying to hit Zhilkin in stride and hopped over his stick. Zhilkin the first man to it behind the back pass. Could not find Barabanov. But it'll spring the Otter rush the other direction. This is Royston to flip it in. James Go gets there first. Stomps the brakes in behind his goaltender. Pass off the wall. This is for Zhilkin. Turns around and finds Klepov. Swept up the boards for Blake Barnes, and the defender turns it in. In behind the net of Erliden. Tristan Trevino. Cross ice. Dylan Edwards. Down the left side away from Brody Popoy. Edwards in, and a shot fought off by Shurigan. Blake Barnes on this here. Too far for Popoy. The Otters backhanded in. They keep the play alive. Frasca goes into the boards with Barnes. Puck for James Go off the glass. Skips out at center. Oliver Turner kicks it in. And it's back onto the stick of James Go. Weaves his way into the offensive zone. Storchin with speed. Lost the puck. Popoy. Step to the middle. Tries to go back in, and that goes off the skate of James Go. Erliden makes the save. Could have gone off the outside of the goal as well. Otters throw this back in. Hammond trying to beat out the icing. He can't do it. 9:42 to go in the first period. And a broken play almost results in a fortunate bounce off the skate of James Go. 9:42 to go in the first period. Walty, we're looking at the number 9 and number 10 ranked teams in the OHL right now. There are no bad teams. It's a league full of talent, but strange things like that happen. I don't know that's exactly where that puck was supposed to end up, but a scoring opportunity nevertheless.
Yeah, I think Popoy there surprised Go. And he surprised all of us, but I do think he was trying to find a back door.
Josh Glavin from the left point, thrown over, looking for Carson Harmer. That's going to deflect up into the netting. Out of play. 9:37 to go in the first. Again, Saginaw off to a 2-4-3-2 start after the shootout loss to the Flint Firebirds last weekend. Difficult pill to swallow. The only team still looking for their first win on home ice. So again, encouraging for them to see the first goal find the back of the net early. And this is the first time it's taken this long for Saginaw to find its third win of the year since 2016. It took them all the way until November. Centering pass from Gervais there, and Harmer gets stopped. Saved by Noah Erlinen. He dives out on top of the rebound. This might be the line to keep an eye on here for Saginaw, at least in this first period. Jacob Kluche and Carson Harmer have been reunited. They put a veteran in Sebastian Gervais on the wing, or at center right now, to take this face-off. They've generated the majority of Saginaw's scoring chances so far.
I love the combo. It just didn't seem right without Harmer and Kluge playing together. They work really well, and, Gervais, the new Mango.
We'll see. It's tough to replace Caleb Mangoni. Plays a different style. But if he can help this line be as productive as it was last season, they'll take it. This is Challenger. Inside the Spirit end, put the puck in the corner. Carson Harmer waits as Harper moves for Kluche. Gets a bit of a bump from Garrett Fraser. And a rolling puck is picked up by Ambrosio, but intercepted by the skate of Kluche. Back in after missing a game. Ducking out of the way of that hit from Challenger. He missed Sunday's contest against Flint after a knee-on-knee collision with Jimmy Lombardi. Kluche back in, and Fraser spinning away from Ryan Hanrahan. Knocked out of the air by Harmer. Kept alive by Harper. Turned for Hanrahan. He's got a chance here. Hanrahan lost the puck as he tried to make the pass back to the blue line. Keeps it alive again. Graydon Jones here. Into the circle. Back for Nick Sema. Takes a shot. Tipped just wide. A little friendly fire there off Ambrosio. Miroslav Zhatan out of the corner. Rolling puck for the center. Nick Sema into the circle. Trying to get towards the net. Lost the puck. Picked up by Graydon Jones and spun back behind the goal. Sema again in front. For Zhatan, the pass disrupted. Hanrahan, the drop-off back. No look as Jones was sliding towards the middle, so the Spirit regroup. Back in for Hanrahan. Another drop-off taken by Sema. Shot in stride. And that one pinned to the Otter crest for Noah Erlinen. He gets a whistle and a face-off here with 8:05 left in this first period. Keeps it a 1-0 game. And the Otters again trying to extend the good feelings after a 5-2 win over the Sioux Greyhounds on Wednesday. Picking up their fourth win of the year. It's a bit of a struggle to start the year for the Otters. 0-3 to start the season. Their first win of the year came in dramatic fashion. A 4-3 overtime win against London on September the 27th. Gabriel Frasca, 3 points in that game, including the game winner. Julius Sari after a blocked shot. The Otters get it back out to center. Xander Valeris on a turning puck in the near side face-off circle. Pressure and a good move off the net to get around Ritter Coombs by Valeris. Igor Barabanov into the offensive end with speed. Through the check of Turner. Valeris trying to shovel it towards the net. It gets blocked. He puts it off the glass and back and behind the Otter net. Barabanov hit by Turner. Dima Zhilkin spins out of the corner. Cuts back away from the Otter forecheck here. D-zone coverage as this one is shoveled right into the skates and moved the other direction by Ritter Coombs. Backhanded in. Zhilkin again. 11 points in just 6 games to start his sophomore OHL campaign. Here he comes. Zhilkin carving through. Klepov back in front. The tip from Zhilkin and a save by Erlin. And the puck comes to rest in between his goal pads. He's hung on with 7:04 to go in the first. And once he doesn't take a lot. 71 gets wound up. Finds the room and makes some magic happen.
Yeah, and Klepov, he gave it right back. It was a good give-and-go play. And coming through the middle with speed is just tough to defend. And Zhilkin's very good at that.
Said Nick Sema had 10 shots on goal against Flint on Sunday. So did Dima Zhilkin. No stranger to firing the puck. This is Barnes at the point. Back for Nick Sema. Ryan Hanrahan out of the corner has his pocket picked. This is taken on the counterattack by Alex Misiak on a 2-on-1. Frasca takes the shot and scores. It is Frasca. He's going to remind you of that. 6:49 to go in the first. Blocker side on Shurigan. And Gabriel Frasca ties the game at 1.
Well, Frasca can score some goals. I think that's his 6th of the year. And you just can't give shooters like that much space. And gosh, far side cheese. Really nothing you can do as a goaltender. You gotta close the gap a little bit sooner.
Quick release there from Frasca. And you are right, partner. That is goal number 6 on the season. And that acquisition to start last season for the Erie Otters, Frasca from Kingston for some draft picks, looks better and better as time goes on, as he's gotten them back into this game. Carson Harmer on the counterattack. Off the skate of Kluche, Hayden Barch there on the quick support. Turning puck in the corner. Gervais back in behind the net. Up to the point. This is Kluche. Gervais rolling over the top and again giving now to Kluche down to the goal line. Return pass back for Glavin. There's a lot going on in front of the Otter net right now. Josh Glavin for Kluche. Takes the shot. That's off the light. Kluche gets a rolling puck back. Moves back down the boards before dropping it back for Barch. Into the circle. Barch the shot. And a kick save made by the right pad of Erliden. Glavin on this puck from center. Some Otters fresh from the bench. Glavin turns it back in. And the puck rolls back out at center on the clear. Handled by Graydon Jones. Inside 6 to go in the first period. Big time check. Challenger into Glavin. And the puck back in behind the Otter goal. Harmer for Saginaw. Frasca for Erie. And a 1-1 game. And Graydon Jones launched into the boards by Challenger. Edwards in front. That's broken up by Papoy. Reaching for that puck just to get it out to center. Papoy on the counterattack. Here comes Liam Storch. Gets through Edwards. Takes the shot. Fought out by Erliden. Rebound chance. Can't be backhanded home by Satan. Jones inside the blue line. Takes the shot. Deflected in there. It goes right past Miroslav Satan. He couldn't handle the rolling puck. Dylan Edwards back the other direction. 2-on-2. Trying to get through Graydon Jones. Edwards stumbles. Takes Jones down with him. Brody Papoy on this puck halfway up the wall. Another check. This one comes from Ritter Coombs. Glove down by Graydon Jones or James Go into the offensive end. Back up the far side wall. Go continues to dance. He's run out of room and speed, so Dylan Edwards takes it away. He'll rip this puck back up the other direction. And it's onto the stick of Coombs and fired back in. Big time collision from Tyler Challenger at the end of that shift. We'll talk with Challenger coming up, or Brett Hammond rather, coming up in the first intermission. Challenger would be a good conversation too. He's off to a good start in this game. Klepov out of the corner. Barnes just inside the line. Valeris looking for the back goal post. Nobody there. Klepov turning it back in. This is Barabanov. Up high. A lane opens. Barabanov takes it down the slot. Rolling puck stopped there. Erliden on Klepov. Klepov's got it again. Zilkin the one-time shot. That hit a man in the visor. No worse for wear as Ambrosio on the puck out at center. Rolling in on Stepan Shurigan, and it'll take a turn and go down for an icing. Lots of checks, 1 goal aside, some close calls. 3:55 to go in the first. We're back to Saginaw in a moment here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
You really do get it all at Garber Midland. It's more than just better prices. It's better financing, better selection, and a better overall customer experience. And we're more than the place you buy your vehicle. We're also where your vehicle is serviced by factory-trained technicians with the highest standards of service. Come see how you can get it all at Garber Midland at the corner of Saginaw and Eastman. See all our inventory online at garbermidland.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Soar with us. Saginaw Spirit Hockey is on 100.5 FM WSGW.
Back inside the Dow Event Center, 1-1 between Saginaw and Erie. A little pinball. Dima Zilkin shot, hit some bodies in front, and Lucas Ambrosio probably grateful he's wearing the visor right now. And a close call there. He's all right. Saginaw, another scoring chance. It does not convert right now. The shots on goal brought to you by Frankenmuth Insurance and Saginaw by underwriters 11-6 in favor of the home squad. Klepov's going to shovel one wide off the draw. Levi Harper leads the OHL rookie blue line class in points this year. 10 through 11 games, and a pinballing puck in front. The shot by Zilkin from his stomach, shoveled over the crossbar. Harper keeps it alive and sends down low. James Go activates from the point. The puck chopped by Wesley Royston of Erie. And a turning puck will be settled down by Cal Hughes. 3-on-2. Here come the Otters. Forced to play this back in. Zilkin. What a strange close call that was. James Go finds Harper. The defenseman leads the charge into the zone. Drop past Barabanov. He's got room. Igor Barabanov shoots and way out of the net to make the save. As Erlinen is able to cover the rebound as well. And Dima Zilkin has Tristan Trevino on top of him in the blue paint, and he'll stay there for a couple more seconds. 3:10 left in the first period. Another couple of close calls. Noah Erlinen not afraid to come out and challenge. He stops a couple of chances in front, and the sprawling opportunity prior to this whistle. Zilkin tripped up, fans on that one, and he's able to shovel that puck through midair from his stomach, and it just goes up and over the net. What a goal of the year candidate that would have been if Zilkin would have scored from his stomach. 3:10 left in period one. It stays a tie game. So again, a little bit of luck and some strong goaltending from Noah Erlinen here in the late stages of the first period. Miroslav Shatan to take the faceoff against Frasca, the Otter goal scorer. Trevino locked up with Sema, throws the puck back up to the blue line. A little tough for Graydon Jones to handle. So Frasca tries to turn this one back into the Spirit end, but Shatan picks things up. Miroslav Shatan Jr. Pocket pick, though. Dylan Edwards, shouldered by Shatan, who turns that puck around. Spun around and whacked it out to center like he was playing bubble hockey. This one fired back up, and Edwards, a good slip in front. The pass back for Frasca does not connect. Julius Sari on it now for Dylan Edwards. Pass over. Ambrosio, the point shot hums wide and takes a bounce off the end boards. Frasca locked up in the corner with Sema. Dylan Edwards on it now for the Otters. Up high, cross-ice pass. This is Ambrosio. The shot gets blocked. Ends up behind the net. Ryan Hanrahan, the first man to it. Tapped it back. Sema didn't expect that. Alex Misiak contends with Jones. The puck around the far boards. The Otters get it right back. Ambrosio from the point, laid back and behind. This is Frasca in front. The tough angle chance there. Misiak just swept at it. Edwards over. Ambrosio, point shot, deflected in front. It was hanging alone there for Oliver Turner. He does not get the chance to shovel it home, but the Otters will get a chance on the power play. It's a hooking call to Miroslav Shatan that'll send Saginaw to its first Stormaster Exteriors penalty kill here in this game.
Yeah, Erie, good work by them. I mean, they kept Saginaw hemmed in the zone for at least well over a minute. Looked like a power play for a while, and they earned one there.
Hooking the call to Shatan. Didn't really have a choice there. Would have been an easy tap in for Oliver Turner. But the Otter power play has had its struggles this year. 5 of 47. 10%, 20th out of 20. They get a chance here, though. Ambrosio from in behind his goaltender. There will be a couple of seconds of carryover time if the Otters don't score before the end of the period. Brett Hammond back in behind the Spirit goal. Twisted back up by Saginaw's James Go, and he will get that puck out and down into the Erie end. Liam Storch watches Ambrosio, but from a distance right now. Up for Ritter Coombs, ran into trouble. Storch clears at the line. Erlinen to drop it off again here. This is Ambrosio. Slow and steady. Looks to be the mantra here for Erie on this power play. Dylan Edwards. 11 points in 5 games against Saginaw last spring. This is Garrett Fraser in the neutral zone. He gets twisted around by Harmon. Frasca back at his own blue line inside the final 60 seconds of period one. Dylan Edwards into the offensive zone, swept out wide. Frasca back for Fraser. At the point and over. This is Cal Hughes back to Fraser. Near side Frasca. Otters getting set up really for the first time on this power play. Frasca moves it back through. Could have been a backdoor chance for Edwards. He gets a glancing check from Valeris as well, and the Spirit clear. 22 in the power play. Garrett Fraser Back in his own end. Up for Frasca. Wants the drop pass. It's picked up by Edwards. Spins away from Gervais. Edwards down the right wing board. Pocket pick by Gervais. 7 seconds. Maybe a shorthanded opportunity for Storch, who leads it in. Takes a shot. That's ripped off the leg of Fraser. And that's it for the first period. So 3 seconds of power play time will hang on the board for the Erie Otters to start period 2. Saginaw outshoots them 13-6 through the first 20 minutes of play, but we've got a goal on either side. Harmer for Saginaw, Frasca for the Erie Otters, 1-1 heading back into the dressing room. We take a break, and when we come back, somebody that's been no stranger to goal scoring for the Erie Otters, Brett Hammond. He's got 7 of them in the first 9 games of the year. Hammond joins us down from ice level when we are back after this here in your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
It takes each of us to make Saginaw a place we're proud to call home. Since 1984, Saginaw Community Foundation has helped build and strengthen Saginaw County by bringing together people and resources to make a difference. We're a one-stop shop for giving, building endowments, grant-making, and community leadership. Visit SaginawFoundation.org today to learn more about how you can help support your community. Saginaw Community Foundation, building a flourishing community for all, for good, forever.
From making athletic footwear stronger and lighter to powering the future of electric racing vehicles, material science and R&D are the MVPs of innovation. At Dow, we collaborate with customers and partners to tackle a wide range of sports product challenges with cutting-edge advancements in technology. Dow's innovations can help to improve performance and sustainability throughout the world of sports. Dow, at the intersection of sports and science.
Are you looking to make a sweet change in your career? Plant your career with Michigan Sugar Company. Michigan Sugar Company is now hiring STEM, skilled trades, maintenance, and general labor roles at their Bay City, Carroll, Croswell, and Seaboing factories. Visit michigansugar.com/careers for a full list of available roles and to start your application today. Michigan Sugar Company, making life sweeter since 1906.
When you go Great Lakes Bay in Michigan, lose yourself in nature and find yourself at peace. Unwind on a fall color tour or simply wander a while on scenic trails. Handpick ripe apples and pumpkins, savor warm donuts and fresh pressed cider, and slip into the coziness of harvest season. There are moments of pure greatness all around if we linger long enough to soak them in. Find yours at GoGreat.com.
At My Michigan Health, we are committed to our purpose of creating healthy communities together each and every day. It is an honor to serve our neighbors by improving access to care, investing in local organizations and initiatives, identifying and addressing the needs of our communities, and working alongside students seeking a future in healthcare. Together, we can build healthier communities for today and long into tomorrow. My Michigan Health, your go-to place. Learn more about us at mymichigan.org.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW.
One apiece, and joining us down at ice level, Brett Hammond of the Erie Otters. And Brett, you were a part of one heck of a first-round playoff series last year. Do the memories come flooding back when you get back inside this building?
Yeah, they definitely do. I mean, I've played here a lot. Played here probably like over 15 times now, so especially last year, those were the best ones. So we definitely like remember a lot of good times here.
And a lot of pucks hitting the back of the net for yourself here as of late. 4-game goal scoring streak. You got 7 of them in the first 9 games. What's going right for you so far?
I think I'm just thinking about scoring goals now. I'm just thinking about scoring goals, and that's what's happening. Last year, I didn't have that mindset.
Well, and in this game, you guys tied at 1 right now. A little bit of a shot discrepancy, but you managed to get back into the dressing room with an even score. What's the feeling right now through 20 minutes for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's an away game. It's an away barn. We're tied 1-1. Shots are pretty even. I think we got a lot better to go. Like, we can do a lot more and hopefully get on a power play again and go to work.
Well, and it's been a busy start to the season for you guys. Lots of travel, a lot of time on the road, but former teammate of yours is making a lot of noise right now in the National Hockey League. Just how closely have you guys followed Matthew Schaefer's start with the New York Islanders?
Well, yeah, we started off by watching his first game at Moxie's when we played against London, but Yeah, we followed the whole thing. I mean, he's a hell of a guy, and he's a hell of a hockey player. So it's a lot of fun to watch. It's a lot of fun to see him succeed.
Well, Brett, 40 minutes here left for you guys. What's the mindset going into period 2?
Play hard, play fast, and win the hockey game.
Brett, appreciate the time. Good luck in the second.
Thank you.
That's Erie's Brett Hammond. The mindset is simple. Score goals and have some fun while doing it. 1-1 between these two teams. Either one of them would like to find the back of the net a couple more times. We'll take a break. When we come back, Brad Walsh joins us. We'll go back through some highlights and break down that first period. And we're back after this here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
You're looking for a better price on a better car, so dare to be different. Get to Garber Hyundai on Bay Road in Saginaw, the only Hyundai dealer in the Great Lakes Bay region. See why Hyundai is so much better. Garber's certified factory-trained technicians, knowledgeable parts staff, and dedicated sales team will keep you coming back to Garber Hyundai. You really do get it all at Garber. Dare to be different. Choose better at Garber Hyundai on Bay Road in Saginaw. Online, garberhyundai.com.
If you're a homeowner, you have plenty to think about, like cleaning the gutters, investigating that banging noise, deciding which flowers to plant this year. One thing about being a homeowner you can think less about, questions about home insurance when you have State Farm. Your local State Farm agent is there to help you understand your coverage options and choose the protection that meets your needs, so you can focus on your home, and we'll focus on helping protect it.
Contact State Farm agent Ryan Coe to create your personal price plan today.
Looking for the perfect place for your loved one to thrive? At Traditions of Saginaw, we offer comfort, care, and community. It's a senior living hat trick. Whether it's enjoying delicious, chef-prepared meals, personalized support, or fun events, Traditions of Saginaw feels like home. Schedule your tour today and see why families trust us for peace of mind and vibrant living. Learn more at traditionsofsaginaw.com or call to schedule a tour today. Traditions of Saginaw. Welcome home.
As proud sponsors of the Saginaw Spirit Hockey Team, the Barb Smith Suicide Resource and Response Network invite you to join us in supporting the players in our community. Our mission is to prevent suicide through education, advocacy, connection to resources, and support for those impacted by suicide. Visit us at srrn.net. That's srrn.net to learn more about our programs and events. Let's go Spirit!
It's time for your intermission report from the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Here's Dylan Clark.
We take you back through some of the highlights of period number 1, and we talked about it off the top of the show. This is a Spirit team still looking for its first win on home ice. They've been through quite a bit here in the last couple of weekends, and so it's good to see Carson Harmer find the back of the net for them early on in that first period. Inside the first 2 minutes of play, Harmer snaps a goal drought, gets Saginaw up 1-0, and they need some saves from their goaltender as well. Stepan Shurigan making his 8th consecutive start, leading the OHL in minutes played coming into tonight's contest. They need him to be sharp, and he was in that first period. And you know who else was sharp? Noah Erliden made 12 saves on the 13 Saginaw shots that came his way. A couple of grade A opportunities. Klepov, Zhilkin, Shatan crashing the net on that one. Erliden makes another stop, and it was Gabriel Frasca. We talked about the Erie leading scorer going into this contest. Well, he's found his 6th of the season on the blocker side of Stepan Shurigan to send things into the first intermission time. Our Raymond stats here at the end of 20 minutes. A heavy shot advantage for Saginaw. As you see, the Otters in the middle of their first power play. Not a true 0 for 1 yet, but it was a one power play. It's going to have 3 seconds left on it. You see the Harmer Frasca goals listed there. We bring it back up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Dylan Clark, Brad Walsh. Walshy, it's been a long time since we've seen these two teams come together. The history is there. Lots of hits to go around in that first period, especially if your name is Wesley Royston, Lucas Ambrosio, Tyler Challenger throwing the body around on Graydon Jones as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was probably the most physical game we've seen, or period we've seen this whole season. I mean, it's got the playoff vibe to it, and I mean, both teams are playing well. Saginaw had one of the better periods I've seen in this building, so it's a good game.
Well, on the Spirit side of things, nobody likes getting hit, but you get a couple of good collisions out of the way. Does it almost help bring you into the game a little bit quicker?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And those hits are creating offensive chances. You just see a lot more. I mean, every now and then you see a game with very little, grade A opportunities. This one has had, 5, 6, 7 already. So it opens the game up quite a bit.
Well, the Spirit ran into a hot goaltender on Sunday and Mason Vicari when they played the Flint Firebirds. It looks like Noah Erliden seems to be dialed in here in the first period. Is the continued shot volume really the only way through right now? Because, again, it seems like it's been a run of hot goaltenders here on the other side of things in Saginaw.
Yeah, he's definitely been busier than Stepan on the other end. But, yeah, I think they just got to keep going. And maybe, obviously special teams is a difference maker in OHL hockey. So you got to get on the power play, keep working. I mean, how physical Erie's playing, how physical Saginaw's playing, there's going to be penalties, and you just got to capitalize.
Carson Harmer opens the scoring for Saginaw, his first goal since September the 26th. For a player that we know has that much offensive potential, but was maybe the luck just wasn't going his way for a while. How big is it for him? How big is it for everybody else to see 13 hit the back of the net, and is it a sign of more to come?
For sure. I mean, every now and then you see a guy like that, especially. Everyone's aware of the talented players on the team, and they're rooting for each other. And to see him get that goal, it's been a long time coming. And obviously he's played great regardless. But to just get the monkey off the back, I think it's going to lead to more quickly.
Well, we saw what he was able to do with Jacob Kluche and Sebastian Gervais. We said early on that was maybe Saginaw's best line in that first period. There were some chances between Barabanov, Klepov, and Zhilkin that may have given that a run for their money.
Yeah, absolutely. Those top two lines are looking great, and it's the third and fourth are chipping in as well. So, it's a depth sport, and I'm looking forward to the next period.
Well, the penalty killers are going to have to start out, at least briefly. 3 seconds left on a Spirit penalty kill. Miroslav Satan in the box for hooking, but we'll take a break. When we come back and look at your out-of-town scoreboard here in town, it's 1-1 between the Saginaw Spirit and the Erie Otters. We're back after this out-of-town scoreboard here in your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Independent Bank is proud to be the corporate sponsor of your Saginaw Spirit. We've been banking in Michigan for 160 years and have always put our customers and communities first. We pride ourselves on being a full-service bank, offering an exceptional banking experience for personal, small business, and commercial banking customers, helping them to achieve financial independence. Be a game changer. Be independent. Member FDIC.
From the depths of the ocean to the farthest reaches of space, Corning's technologies push the boundaries of what's possible. We're the world's leading innovator in glass and ceramic science, and we're innovating right here in Michigan. Corning's solar wafer site in Hemlock is helping guarantee American energy security. We're investing in our local Michigan communities. That's why Corning is a proud sponsor of the Saginaw Spirit. Learn more about Corning today at corning.com.
Disability Network Mid-Michigan promotes and encourages independence for all people with disabilities. Our vision is to create accessible and inclusive communities where everyone has opportunities to live the life they choose. Whether you're looking for a job, skills to become self-sufficient, trying to find the right assistive technology, or know someone who wants to move out of a nursing facility, we are here for you. Contact Disability Network Mid-Michigan today. The disability experts in your community.
Grand Valley's going to go for it, but they will not get it. Christian Beauvais makes the tackle. McKenzie's got the first down. He's still on his feet. Here goes Mason McKenzie. He will take it all the way. Touchdown, Saginaw Valley. The Cardinals fly in front.
Hi, this is JJ Bain. Join us this Saturday as SVSU hosts Wayne State. Game day coverage begins at 1:30 p.m. Join us on WSGW 100.5 FM and online, WSGW.com. Choose the local sports stream.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW.
Let me take a look around the rest of the Ontario Hockey League. A busy night here tonight, and one that's gotten some different start times. Your out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Of course, tonight is Game 1 of the World Series, so a particular interest in baseball tonight to our friends up in Canada. So our out-of-town scoreboard is going to look a little bit different. Flint Firebirds and Kitchener Rangers are tied up right now at 1 apiece. Tanner Lamb and Jimmy Lombardi, the only 2 goals there. Ottawa and the London Knights, the 67s trailing the Knights. Jackson Culver, his 3rd goal this season, making it 1-0. Brampton and Niagara, the Steelheads, who handed the Erie Otters their most recent loss. Well, they trail Niagara right now 2-0. Ryan Robick, his 6th goal of the season. Cole Cooksey finds the back of the net, not so far removed from being a free agent signing, or from being signed there, I should say. In Niagara, the Sarnia Sting trailing Brantford 1-0 right now from Progressive Auto Sales Arena. Sam McHugh, what a pickup that was for the Bulldogs. 7th goal of the season. He's got them up 1-0. Barrie and Sudbury, a 4-2 lead for the Wolves. Saginaw won't see them for a little bit of time. Brad Gardner and Eamon Edgar have the only 2 goals for the Colts. Alex Ferrand, Nathan Villeneuve, Jan Chauvin, and Kieran Walton, the goal scorers for the Sudbury Wolves. 1-0. Owen Sound and Windsor. Beck Sultan, McKish, the only goal for the Spitfires right now. The Spirit will see them on Sunday, and they'll probably see McKish, 7th goal of the year. He'll be involved in that game to be sure. Kingston and Guelph, 1-0. Nolan Snyder, his 4th of the season, and a 2-2 tie right now going into the 3rd period between the Peterborough Petes and the Sioux Greyhounds. Adam Novotny, Braden McCallum, the 2 Peterborough goals, Spencer Evans and Christopher Brown to tie the game for the Sioux. And again, those games moved up because of World Series action tonight. But here in Saginaw, here in the hockey realm of things, it's a 1-1 game between the Saginaw Spirit and the Erie Otters. The Spirit will have 3 more seconds of penalty kill time. It's a hooking call for Chatan. They'll have to contend with the tail end of that. And then they're back at 5-on-5 when we're back for the start of the second here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
At Garber Chevy Chesaning, better means you get it all. Better prices, better selection, and better service. Our factory-trained technicians keep your vehicle in top condition. We have everything your vehicle needs, even tires. Come see us at Garber Chevy Chesaning and see how you can get it all. At the corner of M52 and M57, online at garberchesaning.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Everybody knows you'll do better at Garber.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Contact State Farm agent Mike Miner to create your personal price plan today.
Prost Wine Bar and Charcuterie now has 2 buzzing locations to enjoy. Visit us in downtown Frankenmuth or in uptown Bay City. We offer a full bar, menu, and memorable atmosphere. Walk-ins are always welcome, and Bay City is now accepting reservations online at prostwinebar.com. Open 7 days a week. Make Prost Wine Bar in Frankenmuth or uptown Bay City your destination for great wine and even better times.
Did you know the University of Michigan Flint is the fastest growing public university in the state? How do we do it? Access to top-ranked degree programs and one of the largest alumni networks. Access to small class sizes with renowned U of M professors. And access to the Go Blue free tuition guarantee. Because sometimes in life where you're going depends on where you go. Learn more about our growth at uofmflint.edu.
Find space at Frankenmuth Spring Hill Suites, where you can savor your time away with the little extras that are included. Each studio suite features extra room to spread out when on the road with your family or your team. Airy beds are piled high with pillows for that little bit of extra comfort. And an innovative 3-in-1 trundle sofa provides even more sleeping options. Book your next stay at Spring Hill Suites by Marriott, where every room is more than a room.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW, Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
Scores to this point. 3 more seconds on the Miroslav Chatan hooking penalty. Dylan Clark alongside Brad Waltz. Once we saw the scoring chances go Saginaw's way in the first period. Noah Erliden stood strong. Once they get to the back end of this, or once they get through this penalty kill, are they kind of free to keep on throwing things at the Otter net?
They got to. It's the only way. Create some rebounds, some havoc, keep being physical, and do their thing.
Nick Seaman to take the face-off against Frasca. James Go, Ryan Hanrahan, and Levi Harper, the others out on this Stormmaster Exteriors penalty kill. And Seema was able to lay it back there for Levi Harper. 2 seconds in 1. And there's Chatan. Saginaw 1 for 1 on the PK to start this game. Ambrosio back behind the Otter net, run into by Hanrahan. Seema keeps it just inside the line, turns a shot that deflects off a stick. That's into the glass. Hanrahan can't get through Ambrosio. Puck is left behind and turned up the boards. Dylan Edwards moves that puck to Frasca into the skates of Sema. Turns it back looking for James Go. Races for contact. He's hit by Frasca. Sema getting involved there with Royston, who follows on this puck into the offensive end. Poked away. Nick Sema back up for the Spirit into the offensive end. Sema snaps his shot. That gets deflected up and out of play off the stick of Ambrosio. 19:14 left here in period 2. Yeah, we talked about Nick Sema setting the pace in that game against the Flint Firebirds last weekend with 10 shots. Got a couple of them here in this game. Leading things back in to start the second period. The Zhilkin line to start out here in the offensive end for Chris Lazary. Zhilkin to take the face-off. Will we see more of Dima Zhilkin at center going forward? Well, not on this particular draw as he gets waved out. Barabanov able to slip that one back. Klepov and Zhilkin. Then it's Blake Barnes. A shot into traffic. Save made by Erliden. May not have seen that one as this is Alex Misiak coming back away from Zhilkin and drawing a penalty. Dima Zhilkin to the Saginaw penalty box here. 58 seconds left, or 58 seconds gone in this second period, and the Spirit go back to the Stormmaster Exteriors penalty kill. Bit of a momentum killer for Saginaw. They got a couple of good chances in the offensive zone. There you see the stick around the midsection from Zhilkin.
Yeah, one of those you want to have back. I mean, just trying to make a defensive play, but it's kind of out in the neutral zone, you don't want to take a penalty there.
Garrett Fraser as the Otters go back to work here. Takes the shot, blocked by Gervais. Liam Storch watching closely, trying to pick the pocket of Fraser. He sends the puck back out to the Erie blue line. Frasca got tied up there with Gervais. Lays this puck up here for Cal Hughes. Dylan Edwards. A lot of speed into the zone. Gets away from Storch, throws it here for Hughes. Great chance, can't corral the puck, and a save made by Shurigan. Great A opportunity there for Hughes here on this Otter power play, and Shurigan comes up big. Frasca kicks it wide here for Edwards, cutting back towards the middle. Throws it back underneath. Frasca not anticipating that. Cal Hughes back in behind the Spirit net. A backhanded pass off the boards for Edwards. Ripped cross ice right onto the stick of Carson Harmer, who recognizes the amount of time he's got and finds Liam Storch. In for a shorthanded try. Dylan Edwards ties him up. Storch was tied for the Spirit goal lead in the playoffs last season with 3 of them. Frasca sweeping this one cross ice. That one can't find Cal Hughes, and Storch just taps it out past Garrett Fraser. Active stick by Storch. Line change for the Spirit penalty killers. And the small details like that. Chris Lazary talked in the past about the amount of penalty killing that Storch had done in practice during the Memorial Cup year and the year after. He was out there against some pretty high-quality players on that Saginaw power play in 2024. So impossible not to learn a thing or two, and it's no surprise, at least not to the Spirit bench boss, that he puts 21 out there on the kill here in his 19-year-old season. 13 seconds left on the Zhilkin hooking penalty. Lucas Ambrosio, lots of room to go here before the Otters are into the Spirit end. McLean Agret into the offensive end. Poked at there by Barch. Puck waved back around. Zhilkin is out. Spirit have killed off their second penalty of the game. Alex Misiak pushes things into the Spirit end. This is Barch off the boards. Bouncing puck for Zhilkin. Stolen. McLean Agret tries to get through Valeris. Just able to sweep that puck to the net. And a fast whistle there. Stepan Shurigan will say thank you for that. 16:45 to go here in period 2, and the face-off to come in the Saginaw end. Bit of a leaky one there. Shurigan thought it was underneath his blocker. And escapes on the other end, and we'll have a quick whistle on the draw. Luke Plant to take this face-off against Barabanov. That's back in behind where Zhilkin's got to chase things up the boards. Tyler Challenger beats him to the puck. Barabanov here for Klepov. It's going to go over his stick, picked up off the boards. Nikita Klepov in the corner. Turned around. Puck into the skates of Barabanov. He keeps it going up for Dima Zhilkin. A weight shift. He's into the circle. Zilkin tries to put it in front. That one partially blocked, and Zilkin back after it behind the net. Up for Blake Barnes. Near side looking for Barabanov. He caught a rut. The Otters take advantage. This is Cooper back into the offensive end. Challenger trying to get through Zilkin. The shot sent wide on the glove side. Barabanov up for Dima Zilkin. Back into the offensive end. This is for Klepov. Cooper ties him up. Nikita Klepov, 2 Otters on him as he's back in behind the Otter goal. Big time collision as Zilkin knocked into Garrett Fraser. This puck back into neutral ice. And the physical factor continues here in the second period. That's the biggest thing we've seen the Spirit throw. And look out, Erlandson, a little trouble back in behind the Otter net. He stumbles, and now it's Levi Harper on the puck. Loose puck to try and get around Fraser. Tapped back by Storch. This is Barabanov at the line. Into the circle. A shot fought off in front. Goes back behind the goal. Fraser on things here for the Otters. Gotten up to Brett Hammond. Locks up with Gervais, who closed him off. No more puck there. Levi Harper. Up to Gervais. Backhanded pass across. Finds Papoy. In the circle. Lost an edge. And this is Brett Hammond. Shifts his way into the zone. Back to the point it goes. Julius Sari. Point shot. Save made by Shergan. That's under his blocker. He lost his stick somewhere in the process. Levi Harper tying up with Jake Murray. Nothing more after that. 15:04 to go in the second period. And you see the confidence on Brett Hammond on that zone entry. Speed. He makes his way into the left corner. Rips it back up to Julius Sari at the point. We heard Hammond talk during the intermission. A bit of a mindset shift. Thinking more about scoring goals. Makes his way in and at least a good pass that led to a scoring opportunity. So thinking about assisting on that one.
Yeah, he's looking the part. I mean, big kid, looks confident, skates well, stick handles well, shoots well. He's a good player.
Former first overall pick of the 2023 U18 draft for the Otters. This is taken away by Nick Sema. 3-on-2 as the Spirit hit the line down the left side. Sema wide on Willis to the goal line. Put back in front. They score on the rebound. Ryan Hanrahan cashes in. It's his first in the Ontario Hockey League.
There it is, the first goal of the young OHL career of Ryan Hanrahan, going to the far post where you find a lot of goals like that. Rebound sitting out front, and he put it in with some authority.
Well, and Hanrahan's been getting better and better looks as time has gone on. Had a really good chance in overtime Sunday against the Flint Firebirds. So here in OHL game number 12, Hanrahan, who's been getting high praise from his coach, finds the back of the net. First of what they hope to be many for the 13th overall pick. Agret and Sema come together. And the celebration of Hanrahan's first goal turns into a little bit more immediately after. Nick Sema mixing it up, and the assist getter on Hanrahan's first in the OHL. Another look at the collision as Sema comes over and locks up with Agret.
Another good one, shoulder on shoulder. That Zilkin hit was a big one too. I mean, this is great hockey.
And again, the frustration here for Saginaw. Things haven't gone the way they wanted to start the year. Things did not go the way they wanted to on Sunday, and they're seeing a team that made their summer a lot longer than they would have expected it to be. So Hanrahan's first and a lot of body checks here in the second period. James Go against Agret, who lost the glove. And this puck is going to turn up on edge and roll down for an icing here with 14-17. Hanrahan selected by Saginaw out of the Mississauga Reps Hockey Club. Originally from the Montreal area. Moved to Concord, Ontario, and that's where he finds himself into the OHL priority selection. Again, already at just 15 years of age, he was 6'1". A late 2009 birth year, so the Spirit will have Ryan Hanrahan in the fold here for a little bit longer. Bouncing puck turned into Julius Sari. This is back out at center. Tyler Challenger. Puck turned over. This is Jacob Kluche. Winnipeg Jets 7th rounder into the offensive zone. Takes another heavy check on the far side boards. Kluche, good to see he pops back up. Outlet pass is on and off the tape of Brett Hammond. He's in close second to James Go on that foot race, but it goes down for an icing because he was second. 13:50 left in the second. Ryan Hanrahan has his first in the OHL. The Spirit have a 2-1 lead. We're back to Saginaw after this, and you're home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Garber is your local Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer. Family owned, locally trusted. And we're more than the place you buy your vehicle. We're where your vehicle is serviced by factory-trained technicians with the highest standards. We have everything you need, even tires. Get it all at your local Jeep and Ram dealer. Garber, Bay Road, Saginaw. Online 24/7 at garbercdjr.com.
Everybody knows you'll do better at Garber.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW. Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
Back inside the Dow Event Center. Nick Sema lowers the shoulder. Ryan Hanrahan, right place, right time for his first in the Ontario Hockey League to make it a 2-1 lead here for the Spirit. 13:50 to go in the second. Igor Barabanov to take this face-off in the offensive end. A good little slip between Zhilkin and Klepov, who finds him in front. A rolling puck off the right pad of Noah Erlinen. Out of the corner, this is Zhilkin twisting to keep this puck alive away from Plot. And through Barabanov, the leg of his teammate. Zhilkin back up to the top of the zone. You think 71's inspired here. Tries to send that one on through. Puck poked away by Graydon Jones. Tries to take a piece out of Plot. They keep the puck alive. Barabanov gets hit by Hammond. Zhilkin's on the puck. This is Klepov now. Twisting in towards the boards. He goes back up to the blue line. Under for Barnes. Back through. Barabanov into the circle. That shot rides up a leg and goes out of play into the netting. And you want to talk about confident puck movement. Small little plays to keep things alive. That was an extended shift in the offensive zone for Saginaw.
Yeah, I was about to say it earlier. I mean, minor hockey, they don't really teach you the art of the 2-foot pass, but these guys show you how effective it can be. I mean, when you're all moving and that 2-foot play goes a lot further.
Well, it helps when you got the hands that Klepov and Zhilkin and Barabanov have had through the first part of this season. Kluche in front. Broken play on the chance from Carson Harmer. That's now 3 scoring chances here in the first half of this hockey game for 13. Cooper turns this into the offensive end for the Erie Otters. Jake Murray there as well. Held up by James Go. Cooper for Ambrosio. Bumped over. Trevino. Point shot intentionally wide. That's exactly what he wanted. It's spilled back in front. Taken away, though, by the Spirit. Kluche and Harmer move into the offensive zone. Drop pass. Harper the shot and the save by the chest protector of Erlinen. Ritter Coombs going after Levi Harper, and Murray tied up with Carson Harmer. 12:29 to go here in the second period. Line change coming up for Chris Lazary. We'll see a lot of the Zhilkin unit. They come back out again. A couple of words more for Lucas Ambrosio. Nikita Klepov on the right wing. We'll talk with Klepov coming up in the second intermission. An A-ranked prospect according to NHL Central Scouting. Potential first-round pick in the fast approaching 2026 NHL draft. He'll take this face-off now. Win it back. Jones for Barnes. Just inside the line. Jones again. Creeps down the wall. That's a shot go from the hash mark. That's locked up in front. Oliver Turner there with Dima Zhilkin. This one flipped back out. Frasca gets to it in the offensive end for Erie. Put back in front. A shot saved by Shurigan, but the rebound glanced in off the skate. That looks like Ritter Coombs to tie the game at 2. Well, it would if it wasn't Wesley Royston. 77 instead of 27. The Otters moving fast here in this game. 12:10 to go in the second, and they've tied the game. And watching, it's the second time we've seen the pinball effect in front of the net.
Yeah, and I mean, gosh, they just beat the back check of Saginaw. Klepoff did a great job of hustling back. I mean, he was all the way down in the offensive end in the corner and made it back to get one guy. There was just another guy there. So tough break, 2-2 hockey game.
Second of the season for Wesley Royston. As we take an extra look at this one, and again, would have been extra impressive if that was Ritter Coombs, as he was on the bench at the time of that goal going in, so apologies on the confusion there. Puck back in. This is Stefan Schurigan to wheel it back around. Back and forth we go here in this game. Hayden Barch back in for Popoy. Barch again around. A roller for Josh Glavin. Then it's in deep. Liam Storch takes a check. Popoy in front looking for Seaman. That one somehow shut down. Popoy gets taken down. Delayed penalty coming. Cal Hughes put into the boards by guess who? 92. Continuing the physical presence. 11:38 to go in the second. And just moments after surrendering the equalizer, the Spirit will get their first chance on the IBEW Local 557 power play in this game.
Well, it's a big moment in the game for Saginaw on the power play, especially after a goal you definitely want back. It was just an odd man rush and could have been prevented with a little bit more communication.
Saginaw, their first IBEW Local 557 power play of the game. 9th best in the OHL right now at 18%. The Otters blanked Sault Ste. Marie, though. Greyhounds went 0 for 6 on the power play on Wednesday night. So momentum maybe on their side a little bit. And they start this one out with some good momentum. That one takes a strange bounce off the end boards. So Stefan Schurigan turns it there for Dima Zhilkin. Barabanov for Gervais. Gets run through by Oliver Turner. For the puck in behind the goal, Barabanov for Klepov here in the circle. Takes a shot, that one blocked wide. Barabanov quickly taps it up the boards, too far. But Klepov does get to it. Ritter Coombs on the ice now. Levi Harper put it into the skates of Frasca. And stick check there by Klepov, and this is Coombs. Back the other way, shorthanded. Bumps the puck over. Turned back in by Frasca. Coombs in behind the Spirit net already. About 50 seconds gone on this first Saginaw power play. Sebastian Gervais wheels his way into the offensive end. Zhilkin, Barabanov, this is Harper. Near side, Klepov one-timer, and a great save by Erliden. Sends him sliding all the way back into the trapezoid and almost to the corner. 10:39 to go, second period, halfway through this first Spirit power play. Took him a little bit to get set up in the zone, but grade A scoring chance on that one-timer from Klepov, right where he likes to let it go. Maybe a little bit farther towards the boards than he likes.
Yeah, you definitely like to see chances like that early in the power play. I mean, you're a minute in, but you hate to see 2 minutes fly by with nothing to show for it.
Ambrosio backhands it away, but it's held in by Levi Harper. Broken play, and they'll show that puck the door off the stick of Tristan Trevino. Nikita Klepov, 2 power play goals on the season. He and Igor Barabanov leading the Spirit squad with the man advantage. 2 power play goals each as Zhilkin twists away from Misiak. Harper leads the charge back in. Klepov between his own legs. Wanted the cross-ice pass, but left the puck behind. From his stomach, able to move it back for Barabanov. Zhilkin thought about the blind backhand pass, but thought better of it. Moves into the circle. Zhilkin behind the net. Watched by Ambrosio. 21 on the power play. Zhilkin. Bumped by Misiak, running out of options. So the short pass there for Barabanov. Back through, looking for Zhilkin. Off the boards, Klepov. Pressured by Cal Hughes. This is Zhilkin for Harper. Over to Barabanov. One more chance here. The shot knocked down in front and is saved by Erliden, where he covers the rebound. Ambrosio and Gervais will poke at one another. But that's it here with about 3 seconds left on this man advantage. So the Spirit were able to keep the puck in the offensive end. Good work. Again, you mentioned those short 2-foot passes, Walshy. That's what kept them in the zone, but they aren't able to generate really another scoring chance other than that second we just saw.
Yeah, they're making it happen.
Miroslav Shatan with Seema and Hanrahan, Jones and Go in the final moments of this power play for the Spirit. in danger of going 0 for 1. No, the Otters have struggled on the man advantage this year. Their penalty kill has been strong, 13th in the league. Stronger than their power play, at least through that lens. Out of the box and back at even strength. Though a turnover, Shatan turns this into the corner for Hanrahan. Shatan back around. Sema gives chase, lets it go for Graydon Jones. Back down from the point. Jones looking towards the middle. Finds Shatan, the shot right into the glove. Noah Erliden, the flexibility to make that stop and rob Miroslav Shatan.
Shatan almost getting that first one of the year there too. It was a perfectly placed shot. Just Erliden playing very well.
Right out to the top of the crease. Maybe his momentum carrying him a little bit farther to the right than he realized. He's able to stretch out and make that glove stop on Shatan, who, like you said, looking for his first of the year. Good poke by Hanrahan to help win that faceoff. Cross-ice pass. Glove down by Jones, and then by Sema. Sema from the boards, back to the goal line, which led to the last Spirit goal. This one poked away. Frasca read that well. Pass too far ahead of Dylan Edwards, one of the Otter overagers, so it goes down for an icing. 8:54 to go in the second. Edwards, again, in his final season of Otter hockey, was indispensable in their playoff push last year. He's up to 9 points in his first 13 games, 10 with the assist on the Wesley Royston goal. Carson Harmer and Frasca off this face-off, and the Otters win it. Up to the air as Brody Papoy comes in on Julius Sari. Harmer is meanwhile locked up with Frasca right now. Into the corner they go after the square dance, and this one knocks down into the circle. Loose puck for Fraser. Sari. Skate to stick. This is Dylan Edwards. Fires the puck back around, but it's too far for Frasca, so Garrett Fraser on the far side. Puck there for Royston. A little bit quicker than he expected. Off some skates and out the other way. 8:20 here in the second period. 2011, the shot advantage for the Spirit on the Frankenmuth Insurance and Saginaw Bay Underwriters shot board. But we're all even at 2 as Murray brings things back in for the Otters and a quick steal. Kluche up ice. Dropped off for Carson Harmer. Looking towards the middle. Back. Harper. One-time shot blocked. Harmer to Harper. Another shifty move just inside the blue line. Driving wide and putting it in front off an Otter stick. They will steal and send it cross ice on the dump in. Cooper on a rolling puck after it. Goes back and behind the net. Tyler Cooper, the rookie, back up to Ambrosio. Point shot by Turner. Blocker saved by Shurigan. Up off the glass, or maybe over the glass by Carson Harmer. Do we have a delay of game penalty? The Otters say so. 7:32 to go in the second period. Jack Hennigan and Curtis Pear, the referees, have conferred, and they will say it's a delay of game call. Carson Harmer will sit down. As we try to get another look here, as the puck rolled up on the clearing opportunity for the Spirit center. Yep, straight out, not off the stick of the Otter forechecker, so delay a game call to Harmer. Saginaw's third Stormmaster Exteriors penalty kill of the game. Face-off win by Sebastian Gervais. Puck back and behind the Spirit net. Josh Glavin doesn't waste any time. He clears. And Liam Stortz is in hot pursuit of Garrett Fraser. They lock up. Stortz has it. Shorthanded chance gets scrubbed by the back check of Frasca. Callum Hughes down the right side. Otters looking to break the deadlock here. The goal line, Dylan Edwards. Fraser for Hughes. Fraser down low. This is Frasca in front. Couldn't be knocked out of the air by Royston. That would have been a perfect opportunity. Edwards back to Fraser. Waiting. Fraser walks. Sends it back over to Dylan Edwards. Switching spots with Frasca. Edwards takes the shot, and that one just off the stick. Maybe the blocker of Stepan Shurigan. Just took a blind stab at that puck and got something on it. It's up and out of play with 1:15 left on the power play. Maybe a bit of skill, maybe a bit of luck, maybe both for Stepan Shurigan.
Blind. A nice blind blocker save.
Wesley Royston providing the screen in front. Takes his eyes away at the last second. A little bit of contact, too. But Shurigan's able to make the stop. Just shy of the halfway point on the Otters' third power play of the game. Ambrosio. Over to Alex Misiak. Then it's a Gret. Takes the shot into traffic. Save made by Shurigan on the broken play. Misiak out of the corner. Second power play unit on for Chris Millette. A Gret. Top of the zone. Over. One-timer. That one just got a piece of the Spirit netminder. Off the stick of Alex Misiak. Ambrosio for Misiak. Through center and down the left side he goes. One-on-one against Barch. Turned into the corner. Nick Sema comes over. The puck poked away, though. McLean a Gret now for Ambrosio. Off the boards and into the corner. Brett Hammond. Closed off by Valeris. This is a Gret. Top of the zone. Backhanded over. Misiak. Goal line. Ritter Coombs. Walks up the far side boards. Does not drop it off. Keeps it. Back to Ambrosio. Has a lane and a shot. Goes high off the wall. Rebound chance. And a save made by Stepan Shurigan on a puck that popped up into his catching glove. 16 left on the power play. The Otters peppering Stepan Shurigan. Most scoring opportunities they've had in a small window of time here in this game. The Spirit netminder standing strong.
Yeah, in each game, I mean, he looks more and more comfortable, which you love to see. I mean, on the Spirit bench, you see a goalie as relaxed as he is. I mean, definitely engaged and making the right saves, but after a flurry of shots, I mean, he just looks very poised.
Point shot there, punched out by Shurigan, sprawling for the rebound. Somebody might have gotten a piece of that as Tyler Challenger throws it up and into the netting. Did it go off Gervais, or is that another save for Stepan Shurigan? Because that would have been timely after the conversation we were just having. And look, going into this game, 3.84 goals against average, 875 save percentage. Those are not numbers that you would want to start your OHL career with. But Walter, you're absolutely right. He's looking more and more comfortable as time goes on. He has held the Spirit into games time and time again this season. And once he got through the first couple of weeks, you're right. He settled in and looked like the goaltender that Saginaw thought they were getting in the import draft. And he's made some strong saves here tonight. Oliver Turner from the point. Shouldered aside by Shurigan. And this one up the near side boards. It pops off the stick of Harmer. Saginaw back at even strength. Looking calm in the net. Almost casual. Makes sense because his favorite goaltender, one of his favorite goaltenders to watch growing up was Henrik Lundqvist. An intense competitor, but you want to talk about goaltenders that had some confidence. I think that's a good place to start. This is Zhilkin, give and go with Gervais back in front. Harmer, and a good save by Erlin, and the puck still loose. A different Swedish goaltender making things look easy at the right end of the ice, and a little bit of a battle breaking out right now. Inside 5 to go here in the second period. We can talk about goaltenders all day. We got to take a break right now, though. 2-2 between Saginaw and Erie. The goaltender's making sure it stays that way. We're back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Too many people end up in the retirement penalty box, paying more in taxes, missing out on healthcare options, or skating without a plan. At McIntosh and Associates, we help keep your game sharp with clear, personalized retirement strategies. Let's build a plan that works in every period of life. Call 989-692-2200 or visit wealthmichigan.com. McIntosh and Associates. Retirement made clear.
Your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey is WSGW.
Back inside the Dow Event Center, 5 minutes, or just about 4:58 left in the second period. 2-2 the score, 21-18 the shots on goal. Erie with the 12-8 advantage here in the middle period, and we've been talking about goaltending. It's been a goaltender's battle here in the second. Ryan Hanrahan and Wesley Royston, the only two have found the back of the net in this middle period. Igor Barabanov against Gabriel Fraska to take this face-off. And we'll take a second opportunity. Brandon Shaw, the linesman, said, hey, that's on me on the false start. Drops it again, and this one won by the visitors. Trevino flipping this one up and out. Trying to pick the pocket. Frasca there of Barnes. Twisting this around. Dylan Edwards rolls up the wall. There for Trevino. Right circle. Shot wide. Back and behind the Spirit net. Royston through the chop of Blake Barnes. Back up the right wing boards. Trevino keeps it alive. Blake Barnes will take the moment to wheel back into his own end. Dima Zhilkin in the neutral zone. Cross ice. This is Klepov at the line. The wide option. Back into the corner. 2 Otters are on him. He stumbles. Levi Harper wheels over. Keeps the play alive. Dima Zhilkin away from Dylan Edwards. Back to Harper. Couple of head fakes. Can't open up the lane he wanted. This is Barabanov over. Zhilkin. Now Harper again. Chaos in front. Broken play. Barabanov off the outside of the cage. Ambrosio pokes it away from Zhilkin, who got a bit of a stick up high on the follow through. And a broken stick on the play there from Royston. Play back the other way. This is Dylan Edwards, and a shot kicked out by Stepan Shurigan. Not sure where Royston's stick broke in that exchange. It's going to go off the broken stick of the Otter player and into the Saginaw bench. I believe that hit Josh Glavin in the back. 3:41 to go in period 2. I didn't see exactly where that stick broke. I don't think it broke on the lift of Harper's.
He gave him a little whack at the end there. It was a defensive whack, and you know, if that happened to be a Saginaw stick, that might be a penalty, but fortunately, it was his own.
3:41 to go in the second. A offensive zone face-off here for the visitors. And Jake Murray to take the face-off. 12th overall pick of the Otters in this year's priority selection. One before Ryan Hanrahan. And this jam back in behind Stepan Shurigan. This is Cooper. Another broken stick on the play. It's that of Miroslav Chatan. James Go off the glass. Barely stayed in there. It goes down for an icing. So it won't allow for a new player, but Miroslav Chatan's already got a new stick from the bench, so he won't have to go back and get another one.
And thank goodness, you know, the league provides those things. Those are not cheap these days. I don't know if you've been to Pirani's lately. Jeez, oh, Pete.
Oh, I stay out of there. The bill would be too high. 3:21 to go in the third. Or in the second. Oh, boy. It's been a challenging day numbers-wise, as this is up inside the Spirit end.
A little bit tough to read him.
James Go. From back in his own zone. Miroslav Chatan with that fresh stick. Back in from Hanrahan. Chatan's going to use that stick to give a little bit of a whack to Julius Sari. Hayden Bartz on the turnover. Back for Chatan. Collision in the neutral zone. Murray and Sema. Garrett Fraser spins this off the end boards. Julius Sari taking his time. Second round pick in this year's import draft for the Erie Otters. Back up through his own blue line and then to center. He figures he might as well carry things into the offensive zone too. Back around it goes on the shoot-in. Oliver Turner. Pass deflected by Sebastian Gervais. Carson Harmer bunts it along there for Hayden Barch. Puck stolen. Otters in the offensive end. McLean Agret into the circle. Sweeps it backdoor. Just tied up at the last second. Oh, Sebastian Gervais would have been an easy tap-in for Cal Hughes. Otters trying to keep things in. Hughes back for Ambrosio at center. Oliver Turner. That one twisting off the back of Misiak's stick. Got it again quickly, though, off the skate of Jacob Kluche. Turn back over. Sebastian Gervais into the zone. Finding Kluche. Just goes over the heel of his stick. And then back in behind. Harmer rips it around. Too far for Blake Barnes. And so it's back into the Saginaw zone. 90 seconds just about left in this second period. Blake Barnes for Carson Harmer. On the angle back in. Trevino. Given away. Klepov up for Blake Barnes. Long shot, patted aside. Klepov. Little reverse sit there. They both go down, he and Plante. But Klepov pops back up. Play continues. Here's Klepov out of the corner. Threw some stick checks back up high. Little head fake. Klepov Lane opens up near side. Barabanov wasn't ready for it. The puck found its way to him anyway. Here comes Barabanov, shifting on through, lost it. Klepov's got to chase things back down. Into the defensive end against Plante. Puck left behind. This is Blake Barnes. Up the near side for Zilkin. Cutting back. Barabanov, the drop pass option. Back for Zilkin to the goal line. Put back in front looking for Jones. Can't tap it home. Levi Harper down the wall. Zilkin. Inside 40 seconds. Goal line. Barabanov walking in front. This is back and behind. Zilkin darts out of the way. Just gets a glancing blow there. Levi Harper dropped it back. Dima Zilkin with traffic. Opens up, takes a shot. Partially blocked. Save is made by Erlin. Puck still loose. It's off the back of the goaltender. Where's the puck? It's in the net somewhere behind it. It stays out, and now we've got a whistle and a penalty.
Holy smokes.
Chaos again in front of the net mouth down to our right. The puck stays out. It looked like it would have rolled up the back of Erlin. But a power play coming up here for Saginaw with 16 seconds left in the period. The puck stays loose. Fought off by the netminder on the Harper backhander. Gets a little contact up high. And the puck rolled back in behind the net. So a power play coming up for the Spirit here. Looks like Garrett Fraser in the penalty box. Another close call for Saginaw at the side of the net.
Oh, yeah.
Second IBEW Local 557 power play. Just a couple of seconds before the end of the period to get one going. Zilkin out of the corner. 10 seconds. Back and behind. The pass in front. Looking for Klepov. Can't find him. All the way down on Shurigan. Just got to kill the clock here in period 2, and that's it. Ritter Coombs and Nikita Klepov. A couple of words for each other here at the end of the frame. So just like the case was at the end of the first, the goal assigned, that's the same story here in period 2. This time, Ryan Hanrahan for the Spirit, Wesley Royston for the Erie Otters. 2-2 going into the second intermission. Nikita Klepov has found the back of the net a couple of times. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, Klepov joins us down from ice level here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Yeah, I know. It's officially still winter out there, but that doesn't mean you can't have fun in the sun. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea knows how to turn up your day drinking fun all year long. I mean, there's even a sun on those bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea is made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol, which goes down smooth. So whether you're knee-deep in snow or making footprints in the sand, be sure to look for Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea in the bright yellow cans. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW.
Garber Buick is America's oldest Buick dealership. Our factory-trained service technicians deliver precision care to keep your vehicle performing at its best. We also have an award-winning body shop. We even sell parts and tires. You truly get it all at Garber Buick. Better service, better selection, and better prices. Garber Buick, State Street in Saginaw. Online, garberbuick.com. Buick, exceptional by design.
Everybody knows you'll do better at Garber.
Looking for an easier way to travel? Fly from MBS International Airport, conveniently located in the heart of the Great Lakes Bay region. No long lines, simple to get around, and for the best deals, always book directly at mbsairport.org, with Delta and United providing access to wherever you want to fly. MBS is putting the world right outside your door. MBS International Airport. Save time and money and fly from nearby. Visit mbsairport.org.
Mid-Michigan Canine Academy's Redemption Crew loves Saginaw and the surrounding communities who have blessed us so much, and we are concerned about the epidemic of rehome dogs and dogs left at shelters. If your dog is a handful, or if you're thinking about rehoming your dog, let us help you with its behavioral challenges. Our 7-day doggy boot camp can help. Not all dogs are as fortunate as Henry the Hockey Dog, but they all deserve a second chance. Give us a call at Mid-Michigan Canine Academy and let us help you transform your dog's behavior and your life.
It takes each of us to make Saginaw a place we're proud to call home. Since 1984, Saginaw Community Foundation has helped build and strengthen Saginaw County by bringing together people and resources to make a difference. We're a one-stop shop for giving, building endowments, grant making, and community leadership. Visit SaginawFoundation.org today to learn more about how you can help support your community. Saginaw Community Foundation, building a flourishing community for all, for good, forever.
Your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey is WSGW.
For the first time, you missed the playoff series last year, but what have you seen so far? Has it felt like a little bit of a more physical game than you guys have seen to this point in the season?
Yeah, it's a good game tonight. We just got to continue to do our job, and we got the power play right now, got to score and just continue to play good hockey.
And what's the start been like for you here? Your first handful of games in the Ontario Hockey League. Right now, third in scoring. It seems like it's been a pretty seamless transition for you.
It's been good. My linemen helped me very much, so thank you for them. And yeah, that's been good.
And one of your other teammates has found the back of the net for the first time here tonight, Ryan Hanrahan. What's the work that he's been putting in, and just how good is it to see a kid get his first OHL goal?
Yeah, it's always nice when you score your first goal, and that was a big goal. So he did a nice job, so we just got to continue to do our game, play our game.
Well, you guys still have a little bit of power play time to start the third period. What's the puck movement feeling like on the power play right now? How close are you guys here to start out the third?
First power play wasn't that great, but we just got to continue to improve it, and I hope we're going to score right now in this one.
Well, Nikita, appreciate the time. Good luck in period 3.
Thank you.
That's Nikita Klepov right now leading the Spirit with 18 points on the year. He'd like to find a couple of more, and like you said, maybe on this power play coming up. We take a break. Brad Walsh rejoins us. We'll go back through some highlights. Second intermission continues after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say,
"What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Contact State Farm agent Chris Barrios to create your personal price plan today.
When you're ready for checking that earns interest and gives you perks, Merc Perks Plus from Mercantile Bank is here. With a competitive interest rate and perks like travel services, cashback rewards, and identity protection, Merc Perks Plus has everything you need for your busy lifestyle. Merc Perks Plus also offers discounts on consumer loans and access to almost 40,000 fee-free MoneyPass ATMs. So when you're ready for perks, Merc is here. Learn more at mercbank.com/mercperksplus. Member FDIC.
Are you looking to make a sweet change in your career? Plant your career with Michigan Sugar Company. Michigan Sugar Company is now hiring STEM, skilled trades, maintenance, and general labor roles at their Bay City, Caro, Croswell, and Sebwing factories. Visit michigansugar.com/careers for a full list of available roles and to start your application today. Michigan Sugar Company, making life sweeter since 1906.
We're Durolast. We make the world's best roof. As one of the country's largest roofing manufacturers, we have locations across North America. But for more than 40 years, Saginaw has been our home. Like Saginaw, Durolast has a can-do, never-quit attitude. And just like Saginaw, our people make us strong. Innovative, resilient. That's the spirit of Saginaw. That's Durolast, the world's best roof.
It's time for your intermission report from the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Here's Dylan Clark.
The second period as we take you back through a couple of highlights, and it was for the Spirit, Nick Sema leading the charge as he's done so many times in his OHL career and in this season. And how about the first OHL goal in the career of Ryan Hanrahan here in game number 12? He pokes that one past Noah Erlin, and it would give the Spirit a 2-1 advantage, but it wouldn't last too long. Just a couple of minutes later, Wesley Royston goes to the net, much like Sema did, except this time he's the one that gets rewarded. Puck off his skate, and the Otters tie things at 2 apiece. We just talked with Nikita Klepov, Saginaw's leading scorer, had a couple of good opportunities on the one-timer. Saginaw unsuccessful on the power play to this point. He gets stopped, and Miroslav Shatan looking for his first OHL goal. That was another save, one in a list of many for Noah Erlin. Stepan Shurgin is kicked out his fair share of hockey pucks as well to this point in the game. Second intermission stats brought to you by Raymond. 13-11, the shots in favor of the Erie Otters in that second period. Still 24-19. Saginaw's got the advantage, and nobody's found the net, or nobody's found the back of the net on the power play so far. We bring it back up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Dylan Clark, Brad Walsh, and Walshy, maybe that's where we start. The power play has brought a lot of opportunities, a lot of chances, but nobody's been able to convert on it just yet. It feels like one's got to be coming here soon.
Yeah, I mean, both of them for each side. I mean, they both obviously improved after the first couple of goes at it, and the game's kind of opening up. And I mean, 2-2 hockey game going into the third. This is going to be a good one.
When it doesn't seem like anybody's been really able to set up initially. The first half of the power play has kind of been a wash for either one of these teams on the combined 5 opportunities we've seen so far. The Spirit don't have much time to waste. They got 1 minute 44 seconds left. It's a shorter power play here to start out the third period. They can't afford to focus on getting set up in the first half, but they got to go for it here to start this third period.
Right, and you know the boys in the locker room. I mean, we've been here, whether it's me, Rosie, whoever. I mean, it's been a great game. All these games at home. I mean, each one of them we could have came away with a victory, and it's like it's a matter of time. You know, let's get a win at home, and move on and have a great weekend.
In the game of Nick Sema right now, it's a big part of the reason why the Spirit are in this 2-2 tie right now. It's a big part of the reason why they could find themselves up here sooner rather than later. The play towards the net on the Hanrahan goal. That's Nick Sema hockey pretty much in a nutshell. They're going to have to kind of take notes from that if they want to get back into this thing or maybe spring ahead with the lead.
Yeah, play to your strengths. I mean, Sema, that's what he does well. He's good off the wall, and he gets it into the the danger zone. And those are situations Erliden doesn't want to see. I mean, keep the puck as far away from the net as possible, in his opinion, and when Sema takes it in and creates this chaos in front of the net, I mean, that's how Saginaw is going to find wins.
We saw Ryan Hanrahan after the first OHL goal makes a couple of nifty plays, and again, it might not be easy to say in the context of the same game, but you find your first one, the confidence has got to be at an all-time high after that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know he's going to score a lot more than I did, for example. But, when I scored a goal, I thought I was the best hockey player in the league. I thought I was unstoppable. Once you get one, you think, oh gosh, I'm going to have 2 or 3 tonight. It's an extra. And you don't got to go look up the stats or anything. But
we're going
no,
to.
you feel good. Once one goes in, I mean, you're buzzing, you're feeling good. And obviously you don't want to score a goal and lose the hockey game. So, he's gonna have a good third period.
So Ryan Hanrahan may be the player to watch in the third period. We'll go back through and we'll look up regardless of what the stats are. It's 10, 15, or 20 more OHL goals than I ever scored. So don't worry, I'm not going to give you too much of a hard time about it. But Ryan Hanrahan's got one, and the first one is the most important one, at least right now. 2-2 game. We'll see what comes up after this. Third period is up next. We take a break, though, and before we start that, the out-of-town scoreboard, and then we'll dig through some stats. But your out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. We're back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Get it all at Garber Chevrolet Saginaw. It's more than just better prices. It's better financing, better selection, and a better overall experience. Our expert technicians are factory trained to the highest standards, keeping your vehicle in top condition. And we have everything for your automotive needs, even tires. Get to Garber Chevy Saginaw today and see how you get it all at Garber. Gratiot Road, Saginaw. Online, GarberChevroletSaginaw.com. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Contact State Farm agent Kathy Taffel to create your personal price plan today.
At Dow, we believe performance starts long before the whistle blows. It begins in the lab, where science meets sport. From apparel to playing surfaces to gear, we create cutting-edge materials that help drive high performance from lab to stadium. Because in sports, just like in science, every second counts. And every material matters. Dow, at the intersection of sport and science. Learn more at dow.com/sports.
Looking for the perfect place for your loved one to thrive? At Traditions of Saginaw, we offer comfort, care, and community. It's a senior living hat trick. Whether it's enjoying delicious, chef-prepared meals, personalized support, or fun events, Traditions of Saginaw feels like home. Schedule your tour today and see why families trust us for peace of mind and vibrant living. Learn more at traditionsofsaginaw.com or call to schedule a tour today. Traditions of Saginaw. Welcome home.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW.
Into the third period with some Saginaw power play time, but let's look around the rest of the OHL. Your out-of-town scoreboard on this Friday night brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. A couple of games have already wrapped up. Flint and Kitchener, though, have not. 1-1 at the odd. Jimmy Lombardi and Tanner Lamb still the only 2 goals in that game. Ottawa visiting the London Knights. Jackson Cover and Sam O'Reilly, the newly minted captain of those London Knights, have the only 2 goals. Brampton trailing Niagara 5-1 right now as that game moves its way into the third period. It's been an offensive onslaught only on one side. Ryan Robrick, a couple of goals. Wraith Smith, Brady Wasselin, and Cole Cooksey as well. 2-0. Brantford over the Sarnia Sting. Sam McHugh, Adam Uterchek have the 2 goals there. And Sudbury, 5-3. They finish things up over the Barrie Colts. Nathan Villeneuve, first star of the game with a goal and 2 helpers in that one. 2-2 between the Owen Sound attack and the Windsor Spitfires. And again, Saginaw will see the Spitfires and the attack. Owen Sound tomorrow, Spitfires on Sunday. Beck Schulten McKish and Jack Nesbitt, the 2 Windsor goal scorers. Michael Deck and Pierce Bowie for the Owen Sound attack. Guelph up 4-2 on Kingston. Peterborough 4-3 in overtime over the Sioux. Christopher Brown, first star honors in that game. Aiden Young, the former Spirit first rounder, found his first of the season on a power play goal to send things to overtime. It was Matthew Soto, his 7th of the season in OT, that secures the victory for the Peterborough Petes on what has been a very busy night in the Ontario Hockey League. And the standings now, they're a little bit updated than they were at the beginning of the night. Sioux Greyhounds do manage the point in the loss to the Peterborough Petes. They're going to keep that momentum looking up, and Saginaw would like to keep the momentum going into this third period. They've done a lot of good things in this game so far. Still looking for their first win on home ice. Can they find it here tonight? Can Erie spoil the party just like they did back in April? We'll find out. Third period coming up your way after this. You're in your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
At My Michigan Health, we are committed to our purpose of creating healthy communities together each and every day. It is an honor to serve our neighbors by improving access to care, investing in local organizations and initiatives, identifying and addressing the needs of our communities, and working alongside students seeking a future in healthcare. Together, we can build healthier communities for today and long into tomorrow. My Michigan Health, your go-to place. Learn more about us at mymichigan.org.
As proud sponsors of the Saginaw Spirit Hockey Team, the Barb Smith Suicide Resource and Response Network invite you to join us in supporting the players in our community. Our mission is to prevent suicide through education, advocacy, connection to resources, and support for those impacted by suicide. Visit us at srrn.net. That's srrn.net to learn more about our programs and events. Let's go Spirit!
Disability Network Mid-Michigan promotes and encourages independence for all people with disabilities. Our vision is to create accessible and inclusive communities where everyone has opportunities to live the life they choose. Whether you're looking for a job,
enjoy the spirit of Frankenmuth and score big with your kids at the indoor water parks. The puck stops here in Funtown, where fan favorites include chicken and Christmas, but there's really so much more. Arcades, breweries, carriage rides, shopping, and pretzel rolling. Frankenmuth, where we leave the icing to the dessert. 800 Funtown. No matter how cold it is outside or in the hockey rink, there's loads of indoor fun waiting just down the road in Frankenmuth.
Looking to stay in touch with your community? Check out Great Lakes Bay Connections, a collection of shows and podcasts bringing you local voices, telling local stories from local people. Great Lakes Bay Connections features Hey, Great Lakes Bay, Generating Gratitude, That's What She Said, United Shades of Gray, Mi Gente on Air, and more. Listen weekends on WSGW, anytime on your favorite podcasting app or at WSGW.com. This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW, Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
Back inside the Dow Event Center. 2-2 between the Saginaw Spirit and the Erie Otters. Heading into the third period tied. It's a scene that is very familiar here inside this building. Saginaw has gone to 5 overtimes so far. This is their 12th game of the season. They are looking for their first overtime win. They are looking for their first win on home ice. Dylan Clark alongside Brad Walsh and Walshy. An opportunity to start out a busy and challenging weekend on the right foot. And they get an opportunity, a minute 44 seconds of power play time to start period 3. Somebody has to step up on the man advantage here.
Yeah, you'd like to see it sooner than later. I mean, I was just talking to a couple gentlemen back there. I mean, this team could easily be 7-4, and it's only a matter of time. I mean, they look good every night, and big peeper to start the third period and try to get this first win.
3 times this year, Saginaw has entered the third period tied. All 3 times they have gone on to lose the game in overtime. They'd like to rewrite things a little bit here on this Friday night in Saginaw. Gervais, Klepov, Zilkin, Harper, Barabanov on this IBEW Local 557 power play to start the third period. Zilkin to pick things up while Gervais gets a new stick from the bench. Zilkin in for Harper. Near side, Dima Zilkin again. Into the bumper, Barabanov. Back for Levi Harper. Lots of time, but not a lot of space. Still has the puck, though. Back for Zilkin in the circle. Throws it in front. Save Erlin. Didn't know what to do with the rebound. Zilkin, cross ice. Klepov holds and shoots. He scores! A power play goal for Nikita Klepov. Noah Erlin wants a penalty for goaltender interference or a call. Right now, it's Klepov's 9th and the go-ahead goal here in this one.
What a power play and what a goal. I mean, he teased you with the fake shot and pretty much sold everybody in the rink, including myself, and just buries it in the back of the net. But they didn't waste any time.
Well, it was Sebastian Gervais making maybe slight contact there with the left skate of Noah Erlin. He's off balance by the time he gets over to try and make that save. And we've got another review here. 30 seconds into the third period. And it will be for goaltender interference. And this is the overhead that's going to tell us the most story. Again, Gervais was locked up in front, and it says Erlin tries to make that push across. Well, the puck is down, so maybe not as much of a case to be made. Klepov's 9th of the year on the power play. The Spirit do strike on the man advantage. And they are up here in the third. Otters trying to get things back. It's their turn now. Glancing blows. Levi Harper takes a piece out of Egret there, who is slow to get up, unable to get up right now, or having a little bit of trouble just getting back to the blue line. Puck up for Nick Sema now. Got to get out of the way of Miroslav Shatan. Sema through the stick check. Sharp angle. Stopped by Noah Erlin. This puck taken here by Callum Hughes. Hammond looking to extend his 4-game goal streak to a 5th game and what would now be the game-tying goal. Josh Glavin, the short pass. Fraser. Collision with Gervais. Puck back in the Otters' end. This is Ambrosio. Cross-corner dump in. Hammond twisting one wide. Goes off the end wall. Ambrosio. Shot from the point. Kicked out by the left pad of Stepan Shurigan. Fraser again. Shot right on. It was deflected and a stop again. Shurigan sees that one come up into the chest protector and holds on for a faceoff. It's going to come to his left. Walshy, I'm a little surprised that we didn't see a little bit more of a review, or at least a conversation on that Nikita Klepov power play goal. Spirit are probably thankful for that fact, but again, for a team that seems like it's had the luck against them in the early goings of this season. Couple of saves again by Stepan Shurigan. Got to anticipate that the weight in this game is going to shift down to the right end. And the Spirit netminder looking to guide his team back into the win column. Another blocker saved through traffic. Rebound loose. That one shoveled up over the net and picked up on the near side here by Fraser. Dylan Edwards into the circle. Fought off by Shurigan. The rebound is loose in front. Jacob Kluche gets it out of danger with the help from Valeris and now Gervais. Back in front. Harmer settles it down, and a shot is absorbed by Erliden, who hangs on for a face-off. 17:33 to go in the third. Kluche right there on top of the blue paint. And again, more saves from the Spirit netminder down to our right.
Yeah, a lot of talk about goalies. And just before you said absorbed, I was looking at Stepan Shurgin as if he was playing like a sponge. So it was pretty timely.
Well, looks like Noah Erliden's going to get a couple more opportunities here. Good save on Carson Harmer prior to this faceoff. Here's Klepov. Back for Barnes. A rising shot.
Ooh.
Boy, that hit Jilkin up high. Not feeling great about it. He's going to straighten things out. I think he's all right. This one comes back the other direction for Jones. Jilkin's going to stay out. Going to pick this puck up and throw a backhander rink wide for Klepov. Just inside the line. Barabanov circling back. Nikita Klepov fakes the shot, opens a lane, takes it, and that one stopped by Erliden. Back the other way come the Otters. And this is Barabanov shortly off the wall. Klepov settles it down, and the defenseman Jones hops in on the rush with him. Klepov just rips it in. Makes its way right into the corner. Graydon Jones collides with Ambrosio. A little bit of trouble as Alex Mishiak backhands this ahead for Oliver Turner. Drop pass back to Mishiak. Twisting wide past Gervais, trying to go through Liam Storch. Mishiak still with it back in the neutral zone. Cut off by Brody Popoy. Down the wing and the pass in front. Gervais tied up. He scores anyway. Sebastian Gervais battles that one all the way to the end. Outlasts the Otter defenders. And Gervais on the night, he becomes the second longest tenured Spirit player. He's made it 4-2.
Yeah, extreme level of patience displayed by 1-5 there. Just waiting out the goalie and being in the right place at the right time.
Third of the season for Gervais. And he's got to fight off, I believe it was Cal Hughes on the back check. Sebastian Gervais, 6 feet tall, 200 pounds. Not going to be the biggest guy you encounter out there, but his strength along the wall, typically along the wall, has been what's endeared him to Spirit fans. It was McLean Agret that he was locked up with. And the Otters are going to take their time out here, as it doesn't feel like things are really getting away from them. They had been manufacturing some pretty good scoring opportunities down to our right against Stepan Shurigan, but a couple of goals by the Spirit, 3 minutes and some change apart. Chris Millett's going to give his goaltender an opportunity to regain the composure here. So Saginaw with a 2-goal advantage here in the third. Gervais picks up what is right now the insurance goal. And his line has been shuffled around a little bit. He's going to center Liam Storch and Brody Popoy right now. Gervais 11 for 17 on the faceoffs, as Popoy and Challenger are going to get a whack right now. A little bit of a talking to from the linesman and the referee. I am immediately brought back to disputes with my brother. No, you stay on your side of the line. I'll stay on my side of the line. As I'm sure that conversation's been had so many times. This one off the face-off. Challenger and Popoy not brothers, but this one back and behind the Otter net. Popoy's on it. A little collision. Storch shakes back and behind the net. Up the boards. James Go. Storch. Backing around Popoy. Picked up an assist on the Sebastian Gervais goal that was announced. Gervais going to steal this one. After the outlet pass doesn't get where it needs to go, but Brett Hammond's back on this. Glancing blow from Levi Harper. Challenger on this puck and the tie-up with Popoy. Taken heavily into the wall. Fraser sends it back down low again. This is James Go here for the Spirit. Plant on him. Extra shove. Trouble with Popoy on that outlet. Got to catch up to it himself at the end of a long shift. Levi Harper can't make sense of that pass. So here comes Dylan Edwards. Into a sea of Spirit sweaters. Edwards gets through. A shot would have been wide. Goes off the skate of Stepan Shurigan anyway. This is up the wall. Trevino can't get it in deep. Nick Sema into the offensive end with Chatan. Look at the move from Sema. And a great save by Erliden. Sema thought he scored. Fantastic move. Better save. 14:55 to go in the third.
Yeah, that was nasty. Taking it to the rack with a little flare you don't necessarily see very often from Nick Sema, but I think he got a good one on the wrist.
Well, we get a slash to Ryan Hanrahan on this play. That'll send Saginaw to the Stormmaster Exteriors penalty kill. We get an over the top from Oliver Turner. We're going to have to take another look here. I'm not sure exactly where the slash from Ryan Hanrahan comes in. Fantastic move from Nick Sema. Maybe it's here at the end. Well, we're in action on the Otter power play. And that shot runs high into the glass. So the one they caught was Hanrahan. And he's in the box right now. Jacob Klutze will take things back the other direction shorthanded. Klutze into the zone. Fires it back around. Josh Glavin on it at center. They'll take precious power play time away. Dylan Edwards here. Fourth power play opportunity for the Otters in this game. They'd like to stop the bleeding here and get one back themselves. Edwards. Now for Frasca. Fraser. Frasca. Two Otters in front of the net. Frasca rolls over the top. Takes a shot that hit one of the Otters in front. It was Cal Hughes. The Spirit do clear. Halfway through the Hanrahan penalty for slashing. Frasca to Edwards now. Back up the middle. Now to the right side, Edwards. Watched by Gervais. Valeris around. James Go can't read that in time. Cal Hughes. Fraser. Hughes again. Goal line. It goes past Dylan Edwards. This is Valeris to jam it up the near sidewall, but Frasca on it there. 33 on the power play. Edwards for Fraser. That one off the stick of Xander Valeris and into the netting. Right place, right time, well read by Saginaw's defenseman Xander Valeris. Again, they've managed to hold the Otters to just 24 shots on goal at this point in the game. Block shots, doing whatever they can. Hammond and Gervais on this faceoff. Taken by Glavin. McLean Agrette chopped away there by Liam Storch. Another play shorthanded by Storch on the kill. Agrette, that one knocked out of the air by Josh Glavin. Little plays like that. On the Spirit PK, they go back to the bench, or at least Gervais will. Hanrahan's up. Mishiak cuts in front of the penalty box. Pass is rejected. Hanrahan's out. Spirit have killed off their fourth of the game. Hayden Barch, look out. That could have been a dangerous opportunity there as Barabanov collides with Hammond. One of the Otters almost got hit by the puck on that clearing attempt, and then a couple of players come together. I think everybody's all right. 12:43 left in the third. 4-2 Saginaw. We're back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Garber Ford is proud to serve Bay City with the same customer service the Great Lakes Bay region has come to expect since 1907. Our Ford team of experts you know and trust are dedicated to making your experience even better. And your vehicle is serviced by factory-trained technicians with the highest standards. We have everything you need, even tires. Get it all at Garber Ford. Come see us in Bay City at the intersection of Euclid, Wilder, and Better. Online at GarberFordBayCity.com.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW, Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
Welcome back inside the Dow Event Center. 4-2. Saginaw's got the lead off goals from Klepov and Gervais. Both players we've talked extensively about here to start this season. Murray and Barabanov to take this face-off in the neutral zone. It was Barabanov and Hammond that were involved in kind of a glancing blow prior to that last stoppage. Everybody's all sorted out, though, and Jilkin back up for Klepov. Heads towards the net. Nice move by Klepov. Forced wide. He's drawn a penalty. Shurigan to the bench. Extra attacker coming. Jones a shot. That goes off an Otter. Barabanov twists away from Murray. Klepov in the circle. Takes a shot. Fought off by Erliden. Just barely able to keep that in front of him. A reactionary save, but it will bring up another IBEW Local 557 power play here for Saginaw, trying to pad what is a 2-goal lead right now. Well, again, there are forced penalties and unforced penalties, and that's one where the foot speed and the strength of Klepov pretty much gives you no choice but to take a penalty.
Yeah, it's a very important kill for Erie here. I mean, you don't want to go down 3 in the third period, especially at the halfway point. They need to kill this off and get back going the other way.
Holding to Julius Sari. Saginaw back to the power play. Jilkin back and forth with Harper. A little trouble there as Frasca is going to send an opportunity the other way. Short-handed break. This is Misiak against Shurigan, who makes the save, and the puck's going to lay right down in the circle. Or in the blue paint. That one had everybody holding their breath for a moment. Harper for Jilkin. Barabanov here. Through the neutral zone. Another poke. This is Frasca. Short-handed 2-on-0. And another save by Shurigan. He robs Misiak a second time. Fantastic play by the Spirit goaltender. Gervais back in. They owe him one now. Here's Barabanov. Goal line Gervais. Back in the trapezoid. This one laid around for Klepov. Levi Harper, near side Jilkin. Bumper, Barabanov. That was blocked. Jilkin, Barabanov. Can't corral, but it's Harper. Barabanov again. Throws it cross ice, off a body. This is Klepov in the circle. Klepov, Barabanov, catch, release. Jilkin scores! Just barely through the arm of Erliden. Their goaltender bailed him out twice. Jilkin gets it back.
Give the assist and the secondary assist to Stepan Shurigan with the breakaway save followed by a 2-on-0 save.
Yeah, well, shorthanded 3-on-0 was next, so it was timely there from Jilkin.
Oh, very timely.
That was the next in the progression.
Wow. I mean, great 1-2 by Jilkin, but that could have been disastrous.
We talked about Stepan Shurigan finding his stride. He's done so here. Another puck in the blue paint for the Spirit. And that's going to be a save from Erliden. Popoy locking up with Ritter Coombs right now. 11:02 to go here in the third, and Saginaw a 3-goal lead. Dima Jilkin continues his scoring streak on the return from injury. He's got 7 points now in the last 4 games. 8 if you factor in the assist here tonight. Got a goal and a helper. D-zone face-off here controlled by Erie. They flip it up and out. Braden Jones for Storch. Looking towards the middle, nobody there. Coombs for Cooper. Pushes it back in. Braden Jones and around. Carson Harmer taken into the boards by Coombs. Storch able to stretch this puck down the right side. Brody Popoy into the zone, twisting back against Trevino. Popoy there for Barnes. Back up the boards. Dropped for Harmer. Carson Harmer back for Popoy. The forwards are at the top of the zone. Nice head fake by Popoy. Shot into bodies, and the Otters will steal. Ritter Coombs looking for some support. He's got some tired teammates out there right now. They'll go for a change. Coombs for Garrett Fraser. Down the right side. Sharp angle try. That one goes off the stick, I believe, of Stepan Shurigan. And out of play. 10:04 left in this game, or at least in regulation. It's a 5-2 lead right now. And again, maybe a little bit more luck. I think that hit Shurigan up above the hand on the goal stick.
He is becoming the best goalie I've ever seen.
That's high praise, I would say.
Step on the sponge.
Well, that one was not absorbed. That was deflected out of play. But you're right. That could have been disastrous there on the Spirit power play. And instead, they get not one, but two massive saves on breakaways of different strengths. This is Hammond in the corner. But again, the job not done. Lots of time here. Shurigan, another stop, but he's going to have to navigate some dangerous waters here as Shatan had Challenger all over him. Good work by Plante to force the turnover for the Otters. Challenger up the wall. This is Fraser. Dumps it off the boards away from Hanrahan. Fraser. Gotten up the wall by Hanrahan. Plante keeps it alive. Julius Sari. Shot gets blocked. Shurigan lost it. Comes back in the circle. Chopped out of danger by Sema. And poked out to center. Sari fires it back in, and Shurigan there to play it. Dropped it off for Glavin, but stolen in front. They score. Alex Misiak was denied twice. He's able to beat Shurigan on that one. Plante forces the turnover. Misiak caps it off. 9:10 to go in the third period. The Otters make it 5-3.
Yeah, Saginaw, you get up a couple goals and you try to avoid turnovers like that. I mean, that's just tough, but credit Erie for a tough forecheck and put one in the back of the net.
Alex Misiak, after a couple of sure bids for a goal, does finally beat Shurigan, and a good shoulder save there as he shuts down Wesley Royston right on the doorstep. 9:03 to go in the third period. We're not done yet. It's a 2-goal game. It was a 3-goal contest. The Otters continue to put pressure on offensively. Shurigan with the shoulder save there. Again, the Otters no strangers to shattering some dreams here in this building. 9:03 left in regulation. The deficit now cut to 2. And Misiak, the reverse hit here on Harper. Twisting out of the corner. Gervais nearly coughed it up. Poked past Willis by Harper. And this is Kluche on a partial 2-on-1. Harper, and a great save right off the cuff of the glove. Erliden comes out, makes the stop, and gets the cover. It works both ways. Big saves by Shurigan and then Erliden. And teams feed off big saves. As Kluche's got a couple extra words here.
Great chance going the other way, and Kluch, as soon as Harmer made that pass, he got on his horse, and you could, those two together, it's coming back.
Face off between Gervais and Frasca. Needs a sequel. James going to the corner. Gervais reaching, trying to put it in front. This is back below the goal line. Up for Dylan Edwards. Poked by Harper. Edwards shouldered by Harmer. Puck taken by Levi Harper at center. He waits for everybody to touch up. Here he comes, and a blocker saved by Erliden. Gabriel Frasca gloves down, a high rebound right into the slot. He's back the other direction. A backhanded pass. This is Dylan Edwards. Wide pass Gervais. Floating puck in front. That's stopped by Stepan Shurigan. Looks like he missed it initially with the glove, but he had the paddle right there. And he makes the stop and hangs on with 8:12 to go here in this third period. Shots are even in it. 9-9 right now in this third frame. Otters trying to take advantage of saves from their goaltender as well. Tristan Trevino. Collision in the corner. Back up on his skates is Hayden Barch. Didn't like that hit as it's back in behind. Fraser This is reeled in by Barabanov and then Zhilkin. Spiked out of the air. Turning puck. Barabanov can't keep it ahead of himself. Klepov. Sharp angle. Off maybe the head of the goaltender and Ambrosio too. Barch for Zhilkin. Winding up. Trying to open something. This one back through. Barabanov took a shot off a skate. Zhilkin may have had the better lane there. He's going to take this one to the net. Zhilkin, the pass in front. Cut off by Fraser. Up the near side it comes. No twist back. Fraser back for Ambrosio. Off the boards, intercepted by Barch. Klepov. Backhanded. Here comes Zhilkin. 2 against 3. The drop pass. Barabanov. Shot right into the leg of Fraser. That one stings. But he did what he came there to do and blocked the shot as this Coombs shot goes up and over the glass and into the netting. And Fraser is just now being helped back to his skates by Julius Sari. That one got him in a sensitive area down either the ankle or the foot. Right where the shin guard ends or sensitive spot on the boot. .7:10 left here in the third period as that shot by Barabanov came from not so very far away. You see the whip on the stick. Right now, Chris Lasry having a conversation with Curtis Pear, the referee. They'll drop this puck outside the Spirit end. After that shot deflected up and out of play. Blake Barnes has Plant all over him. This is Gervais. Back in, and the pass given for Storch, trying to slide back across. Papoy was tied up by Challenger. Gervais throws a turning puck near side. Braden Jones knocked down by Storch. Jones again. Laid back in. Julius Sari. Trevino got there first ahead of him. Just about 6.5 to go here in the third. Plant up the boards. And it does get out. The bounce past Sebastian Gervais. Xander Valeris on things here for the Spirit. Trevino back up ice. This is angled in off the stick of Alex Misiak. James Go. Up for Liam Storch. Flipped in over some shoulders. Oliver Turner has Gervais right by him. This one thrown onto the stick of James Go again. Near sideboards. Turner. Up the wall, Royston. Cut off by Valeris. Sema there for the Spirit. Cal Hughes on him. Royston takes over here for the Otters and throws this one now for Misiak. Cutting towards the middle. Good reach in by the stick of Chatan. Another point shot. Through some traffic. Get absorbed by Stepan Shurigan, who holds on for a faceoff. 5:41 left in the third. 2-goal lead for the home team. They need one. We're back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
In hockey, every play counts, and retirement's no different. At McIntosh and Associates, we're your financial line mates, helping you skate through the tough stuff. Taxes, healthcare, income planning, and more. You bring the goals. We'll help set up the assist. Schedule your visit at wealthmichigan.com or call 989-692-2200. Retirement made clear. With a team that plays to win.
Your region, your team. You're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on WSGW.
Back inside the Dow Event Center. 5-3 here with 5:41 left in regulation. The Spirit knocking on the door of their first win in this building here in 2025-26. Again, they entered the third period tied 3 times previously this season. They would go on to lose in overtime all 3 times. And they've seen their 3-goal lead shrink a bit to 2. The Otters in the offensive end here. Dylan Edwards turns it back in behind the net. McLean Agret in front there. The chance for Frasca goes wide. Trevino, point shot. That's guided aside by Stepan Shurigan. His 29th save of the game. Hanrahan Finds a pass that sneaks through. This is Nick Sema heading towards the net. Can't get a shot off past Fraser. Garrett Fraser still has Sema on him. Forces a turnover. Hanrahan into the skates of Shatan. Could have been a chance the other way for the Spirit. As this is Frasca into the offensive zone. Back for Erie. Takes a shot, and that one's into the glove. Shurigan hangs on. Five minutes on the dot left here in period 3. Good chance at one end. Sema can't quite turn that all the way towards the net and step on Shurigan holding down the fort. Calm down in the Spirit crease. Face-off comes to his right. This has been his busiest of the 3 periods so far. He's already seen 14 shots in it. Julius Sari back in his own end here for the Otters. Jacob Kluche has lost his net guard. This puck fired back in here by Erie. Graydon Jones on it back from the Saginaw end. Harmer trying to escape. He knocks the puck down at center. He's got Turner all over him. Harmer chases the puck down in the corner. Gets away from Sari. Harmer taken into the boards and the pass gets cut off. Jake Murray throws it around. Kluche chops it back down. Gervais tied up. Murray gets there for the Otters and puts it back off the wall. Oliver Turner to pick things up and move it out over some heads. Goes off the fingertips of the glove. Now it's Carson Harmer down the left side. Harmer, that one thrown off a body. Knocked down by Murray and then Turner. Backhanded off the wall. Sebastian Gervais at center. Then Valeris with 4 minutes left in regulation. Up for Jones. Cutting towards the middle. Wanted the pass there for Harmer. Jones got caught by a shoulder from Oliver Turner. Harmer's on this puck from center. The long shoot back in. That'll get him back to the bench. Now a steal by Barabanov and a good save made by Erlinen. Plante backhanded this pass across. Challenger tries to get through Zhilkin. Back in behind. Nikita Klepov here for Barabanov. They'd like to put a little bit more insurance in this one. Glavin, some trouble. Puck had to be swept aside. Look out there by Shurigan as that rolled up on him. Levi Harper. 3:20 left in this game. Harper gets drilled there by Challenger. Cross-ice pass cut off before it can get to Zhilkin. Plante as Hammond heads for the net. Dropping it back. Ambrosio shot blocked by Barabanov. Levi Harper on this puck. No worse for wear after that collision. Zhilkin for Barabanov. Look out. Could have been caught there by Hughes. Klepov trying to poke it on through. This is Barabanov here. Just inside the line. Lots of room. James Go ran out of room. Back for Bart. A shot that was tipped by Ambrosio in on his goaltender who made the save still. Gervais. Locked up by a couple of Otters, so he runs out of time. Alex Mishiak back behind the net. On the outlet pass, Ambrosio for Royston. Can't get past Harmer. This is Barch back in the Spirit end. D-to-D pass, James Go, and then back to Barch. Kluche, Harmer. Into the end, and then the drop off for Gervais. A long shot. That's a pad save for Erlinen. Juicy rebound that makes its way back up to the blue line, and the shoot back in from James Go. Gervais trying to pick a pocket back behind the net. The Otters just get it out to center, and it lands in front of Jacob Kluche. Jones off the wall. James Go's taken into the wall. Carson Harmer from the corner. In the offensive end, closed off by Tristan Trevino. Julius Sari can't keep it away from Harmer, who wheels it up the wall. Inside 2 minutes here in regulation. A Jones point shot. Tipped in front. Stopped by Erlin, and the rebound is jammed after by Kluche, and it goes wide. Dylan Edwards trying to escape. He's got the angle on Harmer. Jones comes back and cuts that play short. Dylan Edwards can't get it back, and so James Go will have his pocket picked here. Frasca, a turnaround shot. Another save by Shurigan. Ambrosio puts that one into the end boards. Fraser back into the corner. Noah Erlin still in the Otter net. This one picked up here by Kluche, and he just gets it out, and that's wide. Rolling puck here for Fraser. This one up the near boards. Edwards backhands it through. Zhilkin. And the Spirit of trying to hang on to possession here. A minute left here in regulation. Comes back into the neutral zone, and this is Zhilkin again. 2-on-2 with Klepov. Zhilkin trying to blow past Ambrosio. He's held off into the corner. Zhilkin back for Valeris. A long shot tipped in front. Saved by Erlin. The rebound sent wide here by Klepov. 43 to go. Bouncing puck onto the far boards. Up through center. McLean Agrette into the offensive end. Doesn't have much in the way of reinforcements. Valeris for Klepov. And this one back out at center here with 30 to go. Plante back in his own end. It had been a rough stretch of 5 games for Saginaw. Hammond back in. His shot snapped wide. A tough pill to swallow last weekend. But this game is all about how you respond. First OHL goal for Ryan Hanrahan. And a lot of saves from Stepan Shurigan. And so a lot to celebrate. 5-3 Saginaw over Erie. They get their first set of 2 points on home ice here in 2025-2026. A complete game effort. Saginaw sends 40 shots on goal. And Stepan Shurigan, who has been receiving high praise, makes 31 saves and guides his team to its 3rd victory of the season. And Walshy, again, the first win of the year on home ice is going to feel good no matter what. Feels a little bit better. Just given everything that's gone on here in the last week or so.
Yeah, the crowd stuck around for it, too. I mean, it's you can see the fans have been waiting for that one a long time, too.
Nikita Klepov finds the back of the net, his 9th of the season. Carson Harmer gets off the slide. Sebastian Gervais scores the game winner in his 271st game to become the 2nd highest all-time in Spirit games played. 5-3. Saginaw gets the win. We'll take a break. Post-game, 3 stars. What's next? Billy Clark and Brad Walsh. We're back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
When you go Great Lakes Bay in Michigan, lose yourself in nature and find yourself at peace. Unwind on a fall color tour or simply wander a while on scenic trails. Handpick ripe apples and pumpkins, savor warm donuts and fresh pressed cider, and slip into the coziness of harvest season. There are moments of pure greatness all around if we linger long enough to soak them in. Find yours at gogreat.com.
Recognize that sound? That's your heart racing when law enforcement catches you for drunk driving. Truth is, it's happening more and more these days. Cops are cracking down all across America. If you drive drunk, it's more likely than ever you will get caught and you will be arrested. So don't take any chances. If you're drunk, do not get behind the wheel. And maybe you could avoid feeling like this. Drunk driving, over the limit, under arrest. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Transportation.
Your WSGW morning team.
A tractor trailer collided with another vehicle, spilling thousands of hot dogs across the interstate, causing a large traffic jam. Responding authorities say, "We don't relish having to clean this mess up." Yeah. Okay, that's an easy one. Somebody wrote in an article that crews had to muster up the courage in order to... Okay, that's pretty good.
That passed my mind, too.
Yeah. Somebody else suggesting the crews were working quickly to help commuters catch up. Someone suggested that the police need to grill the driver of the truck to find out exactly what happened.
Well, you have to think someone's buns are on the line for this.
Yeah. You see? And maybe that's it. Maybe it was just because it's the food everyone... In fact, it's we had hot dogs for dinner last night. Put them on a grill.
There you go.
Nothing ever spilled on the Pennsylvania highway, I can tell you that.
They weren't the discount Pennsylvania.
It's free hot dog day in Pennsylvania.
My kind of roadkill.
The morning team, 5:30 to 9 on WSGW. Your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey is WSGW.
5-3, Saginaw picks up the win over the Erie Otters. They get their first win on home ice this season, their 3rd of the year, and a very important 2 points back. But it was a result that wasn't exactly guaranteed as we go back through that 3rd period. Saginaw and Erie go into it tied up, and all 3 times that had happened before, the Spirit came away with overtime losses. Instead, Nikita Klepov, 30 seconds into the period, takes matters into his own hands Power play goal, his 9th of the season. That would get Saginaw off and rolling. And Sebastian Gervais fights his way through the traffic, through the pressure. 3rd goal of the season, and a big one to take a little bit of the pressure off. Spirit would eventually open up a 3-goal lead at 5-2. Power play marker there from Dima Zhilkin. Saginaw converts twice on the man advantage. That would be the insurance goal. Stepan Shurigan, who was brilliant in this game. A little bit of a turnover back and behind the net, and the Spirit in their own end, some trouble. But right before that, it was a couple of really grade A saves. Shurigan had his hands full in the 3rd period. The Otters fired 14 shots on him in that final period of action. Made a couple of breakaway stops on the power play, too, while his team was on the power play, mind you. Raymond stats at the end of 60 minutes, and that's all we needed tonight. The OHL's 2nd most overtime playing team did not need it in this one. Shot 16-15. They've added an extra one there in the 3rd for the Otters. 40-34 the game total. Take a look at the special teams. Otters 0 for 4. Saginaw 2 for 3. 5-3 the final score. We bring it back up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Dylan Clark, Brad Walsh, and Walshy. Let's start with the power play. It had been okay for Saginaw. Middle of the pack to this point in the year. It has not won them a game. It's tough to say it's outright lost them some games, but it could have made life a little bit easier. It does make life easier for themselves here tonight. 2 power play goals. They win by 2.
Yeah, I mean, they're such a skilled team, and obviously once they got a goal lead, you know, they had a cushion, and they had the ability to be a bit more creative, and I feel like that's when they're best. It's just be creative responsibly for 60 minutes and come away with a couple more wins.
A lot of goaltender talk in this game. Usually I'm the guilty party on that, but you're a fan of Stepan Shurigan and the way that he's been playing, and Saginaw, both the team and the city itself right now, probably a big fan of 63 as well.
Yeah, getting used to a new player. I mean, you watch him, and we saw a lot of glimpses of, what we're seeing now. I mean, he's not originally from here, obviously, so it takes some getting used to. I mean, you get goalies from all over the place, and eventually they find their groove, and he just looks very confident, very under control, and he's won me over.
Needed a couple of big-time saves from Stepan Shurigan on the breakaway in that 3rd period. Makes 31 saves to pick up his 3rd career win. That's his 3rd highest save total in a game here in Saginaw Spirit, or in his time with the Saginaw Spirit. We'll take a look at our 3 stars of the game. Brought to you by Applebee's, a 5-3 win for Saginaw. Walshy, what do we got?
We got Stepan, number 3, 31 saves. He could have easily been number 1. Hand with that first goal of his OHL career. Played great, and Klepov, no stranger to this list. Great game by all 3.
No stranger to the list at all for Nikita Klepov. 20 points now in his first 12 games of OHL action. Multi-point night yet again. And Ryan Hanrahan, good to see that first one hit the back of the net. And, of course, you know what we think about Stepan Shurigan at this point. Your 3 stars of the game brought to you by Applebee's. The road ahead, it's a busy weekend for Saginaw. It's always a busy weekend, isn't it? 3-3. Your Applied Innovation look ahead Saturday, tomorrow against Owen Sound. Spirit Warriors Veteran Night. The Spirit Warriors Disabled Veteran Hockey Program will be playing here at the Dow Event Center at 4 o'clock. And then they play the Owen Sound Attack. They've had their hands full before, but a 7-5 win for Saginaw in early October up at the Bayshore. Now it's Owen Sound's turn to come here. And then Sunday, a 4:05 puck drop at the WFCU Center. Saginaw gets its first taste of the Windsor Spitfires, the top team in the Western Conference right now. And then the Flint Firebirds back in this building on October the 30th. That's after the conclusion of this weekend's 3-3. That's your Applied Innovation look ahead here for Saginaw. All these games on Flow Hockey and on 100.5 FM WSGW. 5-3 is the final score. Saginaw in the win column. They improve on the season. 3-4-3-2. They've picked up their 11th points of the year. Andy Harrington is running the ship back in the production room for us. He's our broadcast technical director for Brad Walsh and everybody else that has worked to put things together here tonight. My name's Dylan Clark. Good night, Saginaw. Thanks for being with us. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
You've been listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on WSGW. Spirit Hockey is brought to you in part by Garber Automotive Group, Saginaw Valley State University, Dow, Frankenmuth Insurance, Saginaw Bay Underwriters, NetSource One, Delta College, Corning, Go Great Lakes Bay, Herman Hisson Company, Frankenmuth Convention and Visitors Bureau, DML Property Management, My Michigan Health, Independent Bank, Buffalo Wild Wings, Storm Master Exteriors, IBEW Local 557, Michigan Sugar Company, Chet's Pizza, Raymond, the Great Lakes Loons, Applebee's, Stanley Steamer, your local State Farm agents, and Meyer. All season long, the Spirit play on WSGW 100.5 FM and online WSGW.com. We now return to regular programming on WSGW.